Hey Google.
Hey Alexa.
Hey Siri.
Hey Matty, fire up the Meraki Podcast.
Welcome back to the Meraki Podcast. This episode is coming to you from Meraki Podcast studio on Yugonbear country. I'm Matty Carvosso and I'm a proud new knuckle man. Today's guest is a good friend of mine. I've been lucky enough to join forces with for a few years now, which has gone very quick when you think about it.
Few years, you reckon? I think it's only been
over a year.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Definitely,
probably.
we'll go over a year.
We'll go 18 months.
Yeah, so 2 years.
Yeah.
Round it up.
Round
like
it up.
Your penis, if
Yeah.
it's only 2 inches, round it up to 4.
4, that's 5.
We're fucking scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, exactly,
straight away.
yeah, 100%.
Well, for anyone listening, which hopefully will be a few people, well, no two that'll listen anyway.
Yeah.
This could go anywhere and everywhere, and I hope it does because I don't like too much of straight down the line like you do with yours. But before we do that, we'll introduce who this bloke is. He's a man who has walked more emotional roads than Google Maps can load at once.
Fuck, you know. That's ChatGPT special.
A bloke who somehow gets people to open up about life, pain, growth, and everything in between, even when they swear they were only coming in for a casual chat. Ty Avery, host of The Roads We Walk. Fuck me.
Jeez, you fucked that up, didn't you?
I have one job, mate.
Can't get any worse podcast. New episodes every Tuesday.
Ty Avery, the host of The Roads We Walk podcast, also a loving father and apparently a good partner.
Apparently, yeah, that's pushing it.
Welcome to the Meraki Podcast.
Thank you, sir. It's been a while since I've been in here.
Yes.
I think we sort of had this on schedule, on hold. I guess you could say, trying to tee this up for a while because you've done Jimmy, you've done Jesse.
Yep.
Now you're
Left the best to last.
Now you're going to
mate.
bend me over and do me.
No lube either.
No, fucking.
And he's not here to supply it.
No, just fucking throw the flour, find the wet spot, and we're all good to go.
Oh mate, you're I was lucky enough to sit on your that's a carton already. My phone's not on silent.
Yep. Fucking hell.
One
Jimmy,
job.
that's a reminder for you too, mate. Make sure you fucking put your notifications on silent.
I do it on purpose every Monday morning because I know he isn't.
Yeah, okay.
I've been lucky enough to sit on this side of the couch and you've asked me the questions and in this actual spot. Did we have this couch?
No, it was the 2 chairs.
The 2 chairs. And you're a very good podcast host. As someone that I've overtaken you on the numbers, but you're
Fucking, are you holding your cock while you're saying that?
just. But what I mean by overtaking your numbers is just episodes.
Episodes, yeah.
But definitely not listens. You're fucking smashing all of us boys out of the park. I wasn't even aware of who you were, like, fucking before you reached out to me.
You still don't.
No, well, I'm about to.
I'm about to, yeah.
But I wasn't even aware of how you did your podcast. And then when I listened to your podcast, we both pretty much go down the same
pretty much.
Path, I guess you could say. We just want to get everyone's life story.
Yep.
And I thought, what better way of, instead of you asking the questions, I ask them.
Yeah, and I sort of think too, like, I have been on other podcasts like Jimmy's. Yeah. I've been on Honestly Honest. I've been on Overworked and Underfucked. And so I haven't sort of had this kind of concept where we sort of, go down the barrel of life and, the twists and turns and all that sort of shit. But, jumping on there for just a casual chat, talk shit, it's been good.
Yeah.
So.
And I haven't listened to any of those on purpose.
Yeah, okay.
Because I knew I was getting you in here and I didn't want to wreck any of that.
Yep.
So this will go wherever it goes. You kind of have an idea of what questions
it's kind of
I
weird
ask.
because like I go into every podcast and it's like, all right, I've got the reins, I've got the control of how this goes, but now sitting on the other side, I'm not going to say I don't know where this is going to go because I don't, but it's also a refreshing feeling because I can come in here, I can sit down and I can just relax and just go with the flow and not having to, take the reins, control what sort of happens. So it's all on you, mate.
It's all on me. Well, let's start at the very start with the deep questions.
Yeah.
You're well aware of what they are. You listen every time. But before we get to those, I do a mental health check on every podcast at the very start.
Yep.
I've personally struggled with it. You know that for a fact. You are in my DMs all the time asking me how I am, but now it's your turn. Have you ever struggled with mental health, and how is your mental health?
Yeah, I've definitely struggled with mental health, going through, high school and growing up. Obviously I wasn't the skinniest kid, I guess you could say. I'm still not.
Yeah.
Still a kid though. But yeah, going through school and cause I grew up at a time where it was just before, technology, social media. So I didn't really grow up around the time where there was a lot of cyberbullying. It was just more fucking in person, all that sort of stuff. So, I copped it in primary school, copped it in high school, pretty bad, sort of coming towards the last part of high school, I guess. So, mate, as soon as high school finished, I was glad to be out of there.
Yeah.
I think to this date, I only keep in contact with 2 people from school.
Yeah.
One being Yappy, who you know.
Okay, yeah.
And another one.
Sometimes you don't want to talk to that.
Yeah, he's a bit of a fucking nutcase. Yeah, so him and then another girl called Tiffany. So
okay.
So those 2 I sort of really keep in contact with.
They're the ones that matter, mate, at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, that's it. And, Yappy's been through his own shit. Tiffany's been through her stuff. So, there's always similarities that I sort of have with, both of them gone through stuff. Mental health today, I'd say it's good. Obviously, there's times where, the stresses of work, of life sort of get in the way, and you sort of, you get to a point where you don't take them on by yourself. I've got mates like you, Jimmy, Jesse, and a few other people, this whole podcasting community. You can always, there's always someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Kids, family. I put my stuff to the side to make sure that they're, sort of good.
I know how you feel. I do the exact same thing.
Yeah. So I'd say mental health today is pretty good. Just sometimes there's just things where you gotta, I wouldn't say man up.
Yeah.
But just sort of just be present, take the reins and sort of just go with the flow, I guess.
Yeah. It will redirect itself and everything will work out. But sometimes you just need to be there for whoever it is that, for example, your kids and your missus are number one.
Yeah.
In my eyes for you, that might be different in different order for you.
Yeah.
But, you, at the end of the day, you should be putting yourself first, but it's very hard to do that. A lot of people, for example, Amy's doesn't have any kids or anything like that, so she always puts herself first, which I fucking wish I could do.
Yeah.
I'll put her first. I'll put Ryan first. Fucking family, like my mum and my auntie were here the last 2 days, and I was completely fucked last night after work, and I just wanted to sit down, do my podcast prep, and then go to sleep.
Yeah.
But no, we went to dinner, didn't we? And just
well, that was like me last night. As soon as I left work at 1:30, drove up to Narangba, did a 2-hour podcast up there with Colin Noble.
Yeah.
And then after I finished that, I went to Ryan's, was there for about an hour. I was only supposed to be there for 10, 15 minutes because instead of uploading the episode to the server, I was just fuck you, 5-10 minutes away, I'll swing in, drop the episode. And we just yarned for an hour, and he had to pack for his cruise that he's, currently on.
Yeah. Coward,
yeah. He hadn't packed or anything. His Mrs. Jane was there. She wasn't getting the shit. She's a lovely person.
She's lovely.
But, and then I got home at 8:30.
You're on a high when you left your eyes.
Oh, mate. I don't know what the go was there. Got home at 8:30, had a quick bite to eat, was in bed by 9:30. Kids weren't even asleep because they just wanted to stay up just to see me, which I'm really thankful for.
Yeah, exactly.
Finished, went to sleep, and then was up at 3:30 this morning to come to go to work for 5. Finished there at 8, and now I'm here at 9.
And then straight back into a podcast again.
Yeah, 9:50 going by park and watches. Shout out Jesse. So it's sort of just been really, really full on, and I always, as much as Taylor will probably disagree with this, but as much as I want to put them first, and I do, but it just sometimes life does get in the way, especially with this podcast, because I think it's also a thing too, because I'm so passionate about it, because I want it to work so much.
Yeah.
Sometimes my priorities, and I'll admit this, I'm man enough to admit this, my priorities might be different from what they should be.
Yeah.
Like, yesterday's podcast that I did, I missed out on Declan going to Little Athletics.
Okay.
And so that's the first one I missed, and he's been 4 weeks now, I think.
Yeah.
So I sort of said to her, like, this is like, it was only a one-off. So,
yeah.
I'll make sure all my Fridays are free so that I can finish work, I can come home, relax, and then as soon as he gets home, we can jet off to Little Athletics.
I can see that in your eyes and your voice when you said that actually beat you up a little bit.
Yeah, it did, because like it's he's getting to that age now where like he's very involved with other kids, and he wants to do team sports. So so a couple of years ago down at Jimboomba they had a McGrath Foundation charity match.
Okay.
And Glenn McGrath actually came down.
Yeah, nice.
Because I think he has like a house up at Noosa or something.
Okay.
So the guys that were running it were sort of, pretty in with the McGrath Foundation because they'd done it for a few years before. And so Glenn was supposed to come down, years beforehand, but just, was just never able to. So this particular year he came down, and Declan was only, was only 2 or 3 at the time, I think. And I ended up getting a photo with me, Declan and Glenn, and I said to Glenn, I was like, in 20 years' time, you're going to be presenting him with his bag of green.
Yeah,
and we sort of just laughed about it. But then I look back at that now, and I'm like, I don't want to be that parent that lives vicariously through their kids.
Yeah.
If Declan wants to go, and this is the same for my daughter as well. If they want to go and play soccer, because Taylor's family is a real big soccer family. Like they support Liverpool, Manchester United. So, like, if he wants to go play soccer, I grew up playing AFL for 16 years, so, but, like, if he wants to go
now I know why it's so weird.
So, like, if he wants to go play soccer, if he wants to go play AFL, if he wants to go play rugby league, if he wants to do fucking swimming, like...
Little athletics.
Like, I don't want to be that parent that just, forces him to go do one thing. I want him to explore his options, because he might like all of them, and it's like, well, fuck, I'm just fucked there because I can't take him to everything. But it's like, I want him to find his niche early so he can get in with, the right crowds, the right people. Because I see how kids are growing up these days, and like, I don't know if it's just around like Brisbane, like I'm sure it's a lot of towns all over Australia, but a lot of like youth crime is because, they don't have structure, they don't have a routine. So I really want to instill it into my kids that, I'm not going to force them to be a part of something, but I'll strongly encourage them to be a part of something.
Did you have that when you were young? Structure?
I did, yeah. So growing up, I started Auskick at the age of 5, and then I was so it was really weird because when I played footy, I was playing, so I was 5. And then I turned 6 to start playing proper footy. And back then there was no like under 6s. Okay. So I was 6 years old playing in under 8s. Okay. And then just with that one particular team, because there was 2 coaches there, and I still remember him. One was Mark McDonald and Bruce Godden. And like my dad at the time was, cause he was a big AFL fan too. So he started to get, heavily involved with the club, and, with these 2 coaches, he sort of got heavily involved with them. So as the years progressed, I sort of just stuck with them. So nice. Under 8s, I was 6 years old, and the team went to under 9s. I was 7. So I was always playing above and like playing with kids who are a lot older than me.
Which is good because your game progresses a lot quicker when you're playing.
And I find that it did, because we got to a point where I was, 10 or 11 years old, and I was playing under 14s.
Yeah, wow.
Like these kids were fucking teenagers, and I was like shitting bricks, but like.
But you were saying you're a bigger kid.
Yeah,
too, so
I was a bigger kid, so like I was always in the forward line. You never see me in the back line. Yeah, I'm not chasing after anyone. I'll chase after a ball for about 10 meters, but that'll be it. So
chasing glory.
Yeah, pretty much. So my position was like in the forward line, but mainly full forward. Like. Yeah. I was never really a leading forward because I never had that quick fucking that quick takeoff to be able to lead for the ball to kick a goal. So and I use this as like a bit of a strength, but my strengths were to like, outbody my opponent.
Of course. Yeah.
So like use the hip, fucking use the arm just to mark the ball. So I mean, I consider myself a bit of a goal kicker back in the day.
How'd you go now, you reckon?
Oh, fuck, I can't even remember the last time.
Today.
No, definitely not. I can't even remember the last time I've kicked a football. I've kicked it around the yard with Declan and stuff, but like having a proper shot at goals, like can't even remember the last time, but
Yeah.
where he's going to school next year, we actually drive past an AFL ground. So it might be something that when I pick him up in the afternoon next year, we just go down and stop
That'd be perfect.
and play a bit of footy and stuff. So
How good.
Yeah.
How good. Let's start with I didn't even know if I asked this question. I just did mental health. I haven't asked anything else.
No.
What's your purpose in life?
Fuck. Yeah, okay. Look, if you were to ask me this 5 years ago, I probably couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Well, that's normal too. A lot of people don't know.
But then if I look back at it now, and it's just to be the best father possible. And like all the stuff that I've said before about the podcast and all that sort of and all that sort of stuff, like my purpose is to be the best father, and for me to do that, because with me and my father growing up, like dad was 47 when he had me.
Okay.
So he
Very old.
he had me and my sister at like bit of a later stage, but growing up for me, it was and I don't consider it like a bad thing, but he was always working. He was a truck driver.
Okay.
So he worked for places like Ridgeways, Q-Link at the time, which is now I think Horizon or something like that. He worked for Lynn Fox, and he just
always away.
He was there was some jobs where he would do the interstate run.
Okay.
So he'd be away for 3-4 days at a time, or like there'd be days where he'd just like you do your normal fucking 6 to 4 or something like that. So there'll be times like, especially like me growing up playing footy, he was always around. Like he always make sure he was down at training and all that sort of stuff. But I'd say my purpose is just to be a good dad that's always around. And like, even though like I mentioned before with the podcast, it's just I want this podcast to work and be like, I can say, you know, I want it to be a source of income. I want to do it full time, yada, yada, yada. But it's the fact that I'm so passionate about it. I really want it to work, but I want it to work in a way that
it's organic.
It's organic. I could, like, if I get the opportunity to do it full time, I can, and this is why I'm doing the hard yards now, like doing the grit, showing the grit, or doing the grind. That's the word I'm looking for. Like just grinding it out and trying to get it to a point where I could possibly do it full time, so then I can be, you know, that dad that's always around, sort of thing. So I think that's my purpose in life, and like, you know, having a son and a daughter, you know, there's going to be times where they're going to need dad around.
Yeah, of course.
So,
and like at the end of the day, myself, like the circle that we've got, Jesse Park and Jimmy Missing, yourself and myself.
Yep.
Like we're all on this grind ourselves to fucking try and make it in what we're doing. Obviously 3 of us are podcasters.
Yep.
And Jesse's got his Park and Watches, but it's like we all want the same thing for each other, and we all want to help each other grow.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking, it's hard because it's fucking every man and his dog's podcasting these days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's just, if we believe in it, it'll happen. But if it doesn't happen, we're going to enjoy doing it because we love it anyway.
Exactly. And I think also too, being a part of this, you know, community that we're a part of, whether we are a podcast or whether we are a listener, at the end of the day, this is what I've found. This is my opinion solely, and you might share the same opinion, but everyone just wants everyone to win.
Yes.
And I say this, and I'm going to get a tattoo of it one day, but a rising tide lifts all ships. And that's,
I know a place where you could get it done too.
Do you reckon? I'm not too sure.
Artist.
But it's just one of those things where I'm glad to be a part of this community that will encourage everyone, that will, you know, push people. Like even for yourself the other day, you were saying
I was struggling.
Yeah, you were struggling, and you said you wanted to throw on the podcast, and I think pretty much straight away we all said, mate, take a fucking break.
Yeah.
Fucking take a step back, just relax and chill, because you know, you did the uncomfortable challenge.
I was just fucked.
Yeah, you're working, you're doing all these podcasts, and it's like, mate, just take a fucking chill pill.
Yeah.
And just relax.
It was a nice segue into the uncomfortable challenge that you just talked about. So this is a new sponsor that hasn't featured on the podcast yet. For people that don't know, Ned Brockman.
Shout out, Ned.
Yeah. The great man. I have him obviously tattooed on me. Ned has jumped on board and is going to sponsor the podcast. So every guest that comes on the podcast now, you're the first one to try this.
Fuck yeah, Ned.
Ned's Jockey Milk. It has 26 grams of protein, but he also does Ned's Chalky Milk. He does banana caramel, and iced coffee. So this is the first time you're trying it. I've drunk way too many of these in my life, and I'm going to continue to do that.
I never even got one from a servo or anything.
So you can get them at Ampol, 7-Eleven, Woolies, Coles no more because they weren't selling enough of them and there's no market in it for them.
Yeah,
so they got rid
Coles.
of them. Yeah, they're your places. So let's try it, eh?
Have a sip. Oh, that is good. I'm a fan.
It's chalky, hey.
I'm a fan.
And it's not too thick. It's a little bit thick, but it's not
like creamy.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Feeling
26 grams of protein.
Feeling the protein in me as we speak.
Bulking season.
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
Fuck shout out Ned.
So it'll be a fridge full of Ned's Chalky Milk for not only podcast guests, tattoo guests as well. So Ned said, I don't care. Just it's another avenue of getting people to try his milk. And then if they like it and then they purchase it, obviously he's making money that way. So, and I don't know, I probably should know this. I'll, however much of each bottle that's sold goes to We Are Mobilise. So to raise money for homelessness. So every bottle that's sold, so I'll actually check on that.
Fact check it. I have it on a big whiteboard up here.
Put it somewhere. I'll write it on his shoes that he gave me. What's one quote you live by?
I don't know if I call it a quote, but
excuse me.
You're right. I don't know if I call it a quote, but you know the term YOLO. You only live once.
Yes, I do.
I remember watching a video or hearing a video, like just doom scrolling Instagram, and people are saying, they're saying YOLO is the wrong thing.
Okay.
Because you don't live once.
Yeah.
You only die once.
Correct.
You get to live every day.
Yeah, spot on.
So live life to the fullest.
Don't.
You get 86,400 seconds in a day.
Mm-hmm.
How you choose to spend that time, will only control your destiny sort of thing. It's just one of those things where don't do something because you only live once.
Yeah.
You live every day and we don't know when our last day is going to be.
So true.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's a quote that sort of not only do I live by that, but also stuck out to me.
Yeah. So
I think, don't go around with all these, young Eshe kids saying YOLO and all that sort of shit. Just live.
That's Jimmy's Jack.
Oh, fuck. Jimmy, throw it in the bin. Just live every day like a chill ass, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because you only get one go around on this planet, so live life to the fullest and never look back.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Who is Ty Avery? Who are you?
Yep. I'm a father, I'm a partner, I'm a son, I'm a brother. I try to be better than I was yesterday.
Okay. In what way? What way do you just try? Obviously, there's different ways every day. Like you're not trying to be a better person the same thing every day or the same, I don't know. I'm probably not wording that the best, but
sort of just trying to like in a way, yes, I'm trying to be better than yesterday, but always trying to improve on what I did. If I did something wrong,
learn from it,
find a way on what I can be, how I can do it better.
Yeah.
If there's a point where I did do something good, I sort of look at it and I still go, can I do something better?
Yeah.
Can I do it better this way? Can I do it better that way? So
nice.
I mean, I think in a way that sort of answers the question, but it's sort of, it leaves that little bit, like another door sort of half open as to what's sort of next of who I can be.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
You can always evolve, hey? You can always be better, like you said.
Yeah.
Where did Ty Avery grow up? Tell me about a young Ty.
So I was born in Bethesda Hospital. I was raised in Jimboomba on a 10 acre block. So
nice.
I was always I would call myself a country kid growing up. You know, back in the day when I was growing up, Jamboomba was a very rural town.
It was. It still kind of is, but it's not.
Yeah, to a point. I mean, it is starting to grow with all these, surrounding suburbs like Yarrabilba, Flagstone. Where we grew up on a 10-acre block.
Has Mum still got that? Or Dad?
No, Mum sold that in June this year. Got a pretty.
I was just about to say she would have done well for that.
Pretty penny for it. So it just come to a point where it was just getting a bit too much for her.
Yeah. That's a lot of land to upkeep as well.
It is, and like she had plenty of offers from like developers who wanted to take it, but she didn't want to sell it
for that reason.
Yeah. She ended up selling it to a couple that moved up from Sydney. So,
nice.
Like a family that moved up from Sydney, and they were pretty adamant that they wanted to keep the land as it was. So
you'll soon find out.
Yeah, well, so where Declan has his little athletics, right? Yeah. And it was the first week that we drove to Little Athletics, and I hadn't driven past the place because I just didn't want to bring myself to drive past and see what had been done. But then I sort of thought to myself, all right, we're going to be going that way anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it sounds stupid or silly, but I didn't want to see the place that I grew up for 30 years change and be all different.
That's fair.
And because like Mum and Dad bought that place in 1985.
Wow.
10-acre block in 1985 for $44,000.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and
it's a nice return on
it is, yeah. So yeah, the first time I drove past it, and I had a look. I hadn't changed too much.
Yeah.
Which I was, kind of thankful for.
Yeah. Just cleaned it up a bit.
Yeah, just cleaned it up, and it was just sort of one of those things where, like, I look back now, even though it was only a month or two ago, and I was like, was I being silly? Was I being stupid for not wanting to?
I guess it was just you'd already let go of it. You didn't want to get reattached, I guess. Possibly.
And like for me, that'll always be home.
Yeah, of course.
Like Dad's ashes are spread there.
Okay.
I had pets there. Yeah, just so many memories, and then it'll just always be home for me.
How old was Dad when he passed away?
He passed away last year.
Okay. I was not aware.
Yeah, so 7th of April.
Okay. He was
76.
Okay.
76 when he passed away.
And Gamey's dad was 74, so...
Yeah, so Dad had...
Too young.
Yeah, Dad had dementia, early onset dementia, and then I think ended up passing away due to, pneumonia.
Okay.
He got really sick sort of towards the end, so... And it was one of those things, and my sister said it, and it always stuck in my head that we preferred him to go before his mind fully went.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
And I think that's sort of, where he was at that stage. He still had a bit of his mind.
Yeah.
But
how'd that affect your mental health, losing Dad? You still struggle with it today?
Oh, always struggle with it.
I see your eyes are a bit heavy there. Just thinking of the good times and thinking of that 30 years of...
Yeah. Oh, Matty! Fuck!
There's a lot of memories on that property. That's probably another reason why you didn't want to drive past it either, was that reattachment with Dad.
Yeah, I think that's sort of a thing too. And even though I said before that, even though Dad was away and always working and stuff so this will come back to a cricketing reference. So there was a part where we had a fenced off in our front yard, but then on the other side of the fence was just I wouldn't call it a paddock, but it was just paddock grass sort of thing. And so growing up, it was, in the winter, it was AFL, and in the summer, it was cricket.
Yeah.
So, and this might be just a fucking rendition to what I'm doing now, but I mode myself a backyard cricket pitch,
nice.
Full length, mind you. I'm 10, 11 years old.
Can't get it up the other end.
By the end I could, but it was always one of those memories where I get home from school, he would sit in the veranda and just watch me, and I'd bowl from 3:30 in the arvo till 6 o'clock at night.
How good.
And back then I was bowling pace, and it's just one of those things, and it could be a factor that I didn't want to drive past because of all those memories.
Of course. Very, very likely.
Yeah, so I think when he went, I don't want this to sound bad, but I'm glad he went when he did, because we all could see the pain he was in, the suffering, all
you
that
never
sort of
want
shit.
him to be in pain.
Like when he went, he wasn't coherent at all. Like he had a big fucking oxygen mask on his face, and it was just like, you know, the doctors were asking us, you know, if he goes into, you know, like cardiac arrest or anything like that. Do you want us to revive him? And I'm like, no, just
let him go.
Let him go.
Yeah. It's the best way for him to go to.
100%.
As long as they're not in pain. That's
100%.
all that matters.
100%. And I'm pretty sure they said, like, at the time, you know, he was dosed up on morphine. It was more of a fact, just make him as comfortable as possible.
Yeah. Well, I just went through that with my nan just recently. Yeah. It's the exact same thing. As long as they're just there in peace, that's all that matters, really. As long as they're not fucking hurting and struggling to fucking just do anything.
Yeah, like and it was that shit thing, like, you know, no one deserves to die in hospital.
No.
And I sort of said to him, like, you know, like if he does get to a point where he's well enough to go back to like the aged care home he was in, he'd probably rather go there. But yeah, just sort of left there and then went to hospital and just never came out.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
No.
Let's change the
You're right, all good, mate. All good.
But how were you as a kid at school? Were you a good kid? Obviously, you got bullied a fair bit, which would struggle with focusing a bit too if you're getting picked on all the time.
Yeah,
and
like
you're always worried about that and not focusing on your actual schoolwork.
Possibly. So school, I felt like I applied myself enough to pass.
Yeah.
You know how, like, you know when you grow up in school and you have like all those, like, you might have like, and I don't mean any disrespect or wanting to sound mean like this, but like, you have your sporting group, you have your nerd group, you have your girls group, you have like your...
I definitely understand
your weirdos group.
Yeah.
But I was always a part of the sports group, so it was always at lunch we'd go down, play rugby league or touch football because they didn't like us tackling. But so growing up, I was sort of a part of that group. But then, you know, when it come to actual schoolwork, I hated schoolwork.
Yeah, same.
I hate the idea of homework. That's probably why
I didn't do mine.
No, well, that's probably why. In like when I got to high school and stuff, I think it was more towards like year 11 and 12 in maths. Like year 10, I did maths C.
Okay,
which was like
which is hard,
which is hard. And then I got to the point in year 11, like,
why am I bothering?
Yeah, why am I bothering? Why am I doing this? And then went down to Maths B and then quickly went down to Maths A. And then I'm like, I still don't really want to apply myself. So I ended up going into Prevo Maths.
And you didn't have to try.
Only because they didn't, like, the specific thing was they didn't have homework. And it was just, there was another thing where I was lucky enough that the class that I went into was a teacher there. She was fresh out of uni.
So she didn't have any idea?
No, she had plenty of ideas. She was just hot as fuck. So it was like a
Do you remember her name?
I do. I'm not going to say it. But it was like a 2-for-1 deal where like you get to, you know.
No homework and you get to perv on the teacher.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it was. So, I mean.
So everyone was dropping down.
Yeah, pretty much. 100%. But you either got put in this class or the other one, which was some old guy who I think he retired the next year after we left. But
I know what I'm picking.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think I applied myself to a point where I was able to pass. I was able to not act smart, but be smart, sort of know right from wrong.
Yeah.
You
seem like a very switched on kid. Like you even now, like you're a fair bit younger than me, but you're definitely smart. Like
I like to think I'm switched on. I think there's obviously times
common sense comes with
common
that
sense. Well. There's times and situations where I might not do the right thing because I haven't thought it through. Yeah. I'm more of a person that needs to be like, you know, when like you're teaching someone something and you tell them like to do this, to do that. I'm one of those people that needs to be like shown how to do it, and then I need someone to watch me do something. Yeah, sort of thing. So, and then if I do something wrong, it's like, no, do it this way, sort of thing. Not just give me a set of instructions and like, there you go.
I think the reason why I say what I say is like you're only young, but you are a supervisor within your job that you do now. Yep. So for you to be a supervisor at your age is like, that doesn't happen a lot. Like it's like, especially probably in your industry more so than anything too, because it's usually the blokes that have been in that industry for fucking forever.
Yeah.
For people that don't know what you do.
I think it was, so I'm a greenkeeper. I'm not trade qualified, but I say I'm a greenkeeper by trade, but I feel like I've been doing it long enough that I do it a lot better than what,
a lot of
people who are trade qualified have been doing it for 20, 30 years, but won't hold that
and
against
that's what
them.
I mean by like 20, 30 years. There's a lot of people that are in that industry and the supervisors of, because of like knowledge.
Yeah.
That's why they're up in that position. But for you to be where you are.
Yeah, and I think also too it was like a right place, right time sort of thing. So I'd gone to my boss and said, look, I've been doing the hard yards. I've been working here for a while now. Is it any possibility of me having a company car?
Yeah.
Because we had just gotten a new car because my car had fucked out. So we bought a new car and then we wanted to get rid of Taylor's car. And then it just happened to be like a month later, the team leader who was originally at like where we were working had like quit because she was just sick.
Okay.
She kept calling in sick and she needed to get her health right. And it was one of those, we had a contractor that, had obligations that we needed to meet.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she was just so sick that there needed to be a team leader there.
Yeah.
So me being there like the longest after her, they sort of elevated me to that position of team leader.
Nice.
So I now have I work at a private school in Brisbane and I do like the ovals, the wickets, fertilizing, renovations, all that sort of stuff. And I have 3 people that work under me who work in the gardens of the school.
Yep.
So I try to be the best leader I can. I think
it's hard.
It is hard because I've got so much to do on my end that I only have certain windows I can do stuff because I can't be on the field with, big machinery because there's kids running around.
Of course, yeah.
So I only have certain windows that I need to meet, that I need to get stuff done, and sometimes it can be hard.
Yeah. And then looking after people also.
Yeah, and then looking after people. So at the moment we're sort of looking, and I think it's not only us, but it's also a lot of companies in the same industry around Australia. Like there's a shortage on greenkeepers, people working in gardens, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to have a team leader, qualified horticulturist, and an apprentice.
Okay.
So at the moment we don't have that qualified horticulturist. So it always there's support around and everything. It's just hard because I myself don't like working in gardens and all that sort of stuff, and it's just
no thanks.
Yeah, exactly. No thanks. So it's just one of those things, just trying to find someone who does like working in gardens, who is trade qualified, so that they can guide apprentices that are up and coming to be able to come trade qualified. But then, how do you combat that with the shortage that we have, sort of thing?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I try to be the best leader I can be. I try and research all this stuff, like the plants that we have at the school, and try and give the best advice possible. And if I need to call someone, I do have support for that.
How did you fall into that job?
So
it's not something that just
no, and that's the thing. Like I've told a few people what I do, and oh really? I've never heard someone do that. But you drive around cricket grounds, like local cricket grounds, and you got people everywhere doing it, stadiums, all that sort of stuff. So I would say and this goes back to being at home. Mm-hmm. So making the cricket pitch there, just scalping the deck, just putting the mower right on low and making myself a cricket pitch, but
nearly dirt.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I was I remember being 10 years old and it was pissing down rain. I'm like, it'd be a good idea to get the roller out. But yeah, so I first fell into it. It was the 2022 floods.
Okay.
And it was the real bad one. So
is that when Lismore and that flooded?
I think so, yeah. So it was, have you been to Malling Street?
No.
No, okay. So where Malling Street is, or Malling Park, it's right next to the Logan River. Okay. So in the 2022 floods, it pierced down rain. And I remember because it was on my birthday.
Maybe I have. Is that the main street in Logan there? Is it near there? No. Yeah, no idea then.
No, you know if you've been there.
No.
Yeah, so it's right next to the Logan River, and and I remember it fondly because it was right on my birthday, the day that the rain came down. We went down to the club. The water had filled up the river so much that it broke the banks and it flooded both our fields.
Fuck.
So and it was probably a good, I don't know, 3 or 4 foot over the ground. So
wow.
So our clubhouse was a little bit elevated, so it ended up covering the floor of the clubhouse.
Wow.
So when it all receded, there was silt on the wicket. The synthetic wicket had like the synthetic on it had been like pulled up, like ripped up. And the groundsman there at the time, he was sort of having, trouble to help with like volunteers, all that sort of stuff. So I think that was sort of like the nail in the coffin for him to call it quits. And I don't blame him. Like looking back now, there is a lot of work, and I don't think a lot of people realize, how much work actually goes into making a cricket pitch.
Yeah.
So he had called it quits, and they were looking for people. And at the time, I think Declan was just born, so he would have been maybe 4 or 5 months old.
Okay.
And at that time, like Taylor and I were sort of just pretty content with what we had. So he was a great sleeper. It wasn't really much of a problem as a kid. Yeah. Compared to what he is now.
It gets worse,
it does, yeah. So at the time, it was like, well, they're looking for someone. I might as well, put my hand up because I at the time I was working in
factory or something?
Yeah, I was working warehousing. I was actually working with Turnbull.
Okay, yeah.
So I was working with him, under him. So, and he was he played cricket down at the club as well.
Okay.
So ended up putting my hand up, volunteering for that, and then it was just, and it wasn't like I had no one to sort of show me, because like the other groundsman, he had gone and really didn't want anything to do with the club, which I don't blame him.
Yeah.
So like when I say I'm a greenkeeper by trade, my trade qualification is from YouTube and reading books and
that's cool,
talking to people. So yeah, I'm sort of self-taught, but I have asked like a lot of people on how and what to do sort of thing. So at the time, I put my hand up. I said, "Yep, I'll do it," and then that's sort of how I got into it. And at the time, I sort of fell in love with it until I realized how much actually goes into it. But it was like one of those things. All right, I know what needs to be done. Yeah. I know what else I need to do. Let's challenge myself.
How do you challenge yourself? Is it just by trying to get the best wicket possible?
Yeah,
every time,
pretty much. Like a lot of people,
you got heat, you got cold, you got
so many factors that
wind,
a lot of people don't
bugs.
realize, like bugs, and then like it could be a hot day. How much water do you put into the wicket?
Do you put too much in?
Do you put too much? Do you put a little less? Like people are coming up to you, oh, can you just make a road? Or can you just doctor the pitch so I can just turn them a bit more? I like to make my wickets with a little bit of grass on top, just so there's a bit in it for both.
Yeah.
So like, first innings, it could be nipping away for the bowlers sort of thing. But then in the second innings, it could be as hard as a road. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where like I sort of have a standard on what I want to do and what I want to, keep to sort of thing. So, at that time, I was I'd been doing it for about a year, and I was starting to get sick of warehousing.
Okay.
So, and this is where I really wanted to challenge myself, because I sort of said to myself, I really like what I'm doing. What if I did it full time?
Yeah.
So at that point, it was Christmas holidays of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I had emailed the place that I'm working now. So it wasn't even a job opening.
Okay,
it was just an expression of interest. I said, hey, look, I've been doing wicket prep now for a few months at the cricket club I'm at, sent through a few photos of my work sort of thing. And they got back to me, or they gave me a call and said, hey, look, we've seen your email. Can you come in for a chat? And I said, yep, no worries. Gone in, and it just happened to be again, right place, right time sort of thing.
Yeah.
The person that was where I'm at now.
Okay.
He was leaving to go start a job at Oxley Golf Course.
Okay, nice.
So it just happened to be that really good time that he was leaving, so they were looking for someone.
Yeah.
So that's just where they slotted me in.
Okay, nice.
So started work there January 2023, end of January, and then been there ever since. And so
good.
It sort of just transitioned from being a groundsman to getting that experience working with other people, because we have contracts with a lot of private schools and also a lot of other places around Queensland. So during that time from January 2023 to now, I've developed a really good working relationship with the school that I'm at.
That's cool.
Especially like the sports department. The cricket guys there are fantastic. So I've actually gotten it to a point now where like I've had, people like parents, and I'm not saying this to brag or anything, but I've had parents come up to me and say, it's actually really good the kids can hit boundaries now because
because the grass is
a lot shorter. Yeah. And I think it also comes down to like, because the people that were doing it beforehand, they don't play cricket. They don't know how the standard that they want. So I think
values.
someone that has played cricket and know what is sort of like wanted.
Yeah.
I think that sort of works in my favor because I do play cricket. I know how a cricket field should be.
Yeah.
How short the grass should be.
You want the ball to run.
Yeah, you want the ball to run. You want
your value for your shot.
Value for shots. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But yeah, it's just sort of those things. And now, like, you know, I've gotten myself into a routine where term 4 and term 1 is cricket. Term 2 is rugby and soccer. Term 3 is athletics, and then we're sort of back to square one.
So you're line marking and everything.
Yeah, I'm line marking. I'm fucking mowing,
aerating everything.
We aggravate. So aggravating is just like, it's like aerating, but it's this thing on the front of the vent track where like it.
Does it take like the clumps out? Like
no, that's a corer.
Okay.
So aggravating is like, it's got like those spikes, but when it digs into the ground, it actually vibrates. Okay. So it decompacts the dirt, so which allows like the nutrients, the water, the air to get into the ground better. So
is that the best way?
For where we are, it is.
Yeah.
If you go to stadiums like say Suncorp or the Gabba, they'll aerate.
Okay.
But their tines will be a lot thicker and they would go a lot deeper.
Yeah.
So,
does it? This is a weird question, but
better than anyone I know to ask.
So, you know, when you watch like the NRL or something like that, and at the end of the game, there's like James Bracey and they're all talking at the end of the game. I don't know, you might go to bed straight after the game, but you watch pretty much until the end. Sometimes it's very late at night and you'll probably be prepping for a podcast or something and you've got the footy on in the background and then you see the ground staff. Does that give you a bit of a chub?
So actually funny story. I think I went to, it was the Big Bash. I went to one of the Big Bash games and everyone, like the game had finished, everyone was filing out. And I just sat there in the front row and I'm just watching what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
And it is actually where I learned how to mow around a wicket block without tearing up the grass.
Okay.
So I just watched what they did. I'm like, oh, that's how you fucking do it.
Yeah,
that's how they don't tear up the grass.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it was just the one time I remember I just stayed back for an extra 10, 15 minutes and just watched what they did.
That's cool.
Like they had played on the wicket, but they had got the hose out to water another wicket that they were prepping for a week or two time.
Yeah. Right.
So as weird as it does sound, yeah, it did give me half a chub because I was sort of gaining that knowledge and what they were doing because. I mean, like the be all end all, I'd love to be working at a stadium like the Gabba or like Suncorp. Like, you know, I've had a couple of conversations with Matty Oliver, who is the grounds manager for Suncorp.
Okay.
And, you know, I've listened to a couple of podcasts he's been on. And a lot of people don't realize, you know, not only just for a cricket pitch, but for stadiums or just local grounds, like how much work actually goes into it. Like,
especially those stadiums as well, because they don't have as much sunlight.
No, exactly. Yeah. So, like, you drive past Suncorp in the winter, like when 5 o'clock when it's dark, and you drive past on Coronation Drive, and you'll just see this massive orange glow.
I've seen it.
A lot of people don't realize what that's for. So they're basically just heat lamps to heat up the ground.
Yeah,
to keep that grass growing. So, like, and people probably won't realize this too, but like when they have concerts there, like Ed Sheeran or Luke Combs, they build these big fucking stages.
Yeah.
And they're like, because they'd have to build it like 2 days before, and then they have to take it down like a day after.
Usually take a day that night, and then they have 24 hours and it has to be all out.
And then it's all out, and then you just see all this dead grass.
Yep.
So it's not like they will just sit there and water it. No, they actually dig the grass up.
Yeah.
They take it out and they bring in new turf to and lay it. Like there was when
they had the floods,
I don't know if it was even the floods, they would have had to dig all of it up and re-turf it. So I can't remember what year it was. It might have been 2022 or 2023. Ed Sheeran had a concert.
I remember this.
And he had a concert, and then I think 11 days later they had Magic Round.
Yeah.
And people were blowing up because the turf was just ripping up.
Yeah, big time.
And
I think we had rain too as well.
Yeah, might have had rain, but a lot of people just didn't realize, like, you know, it's not like you have the concert, you take down the gear,
Yeah.
and then they just water and fertilize it. No, it's fine. No, it's fucking, they rip it up and they relay it.
Yeah.
But they're doing this thing where it's like synthetic turf laying. So like 5% will be like synthetic grass.
Okay.
That they sort of put into the
like
the
they
ground.
have for like the NFL and a lot of soccer pitches.
Yeah, kind of, but
overseas.
like majority of it is like still real grass, but it's just that synthetic grass to help sort of keep it all looking schmick, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So
more just for televised rights, probably it looks a lot better too.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
how cool.
But I also think too, like as I said, the be all end all would be to work at a stadium, but I'm happy where I am now. I want to, because like the 2032 Olympics is coming up.
Yeah.
Right? That's what, 7 years away?
Yeah.
So
surely you can be in somewhere there.
So I keep saying this to the school, like, you know, you want to improve, you want to start improving your facilities now.
Yeah,
so like,
knows.
I don't know if I should. So the school
we know an editor.
Yeah, we know an editor. So the school I'm working at, I don't even think it'll be a problem. So the school I'm working at is St. Peter's in Indooroopilly, right?
Yeah.
So this school is known for
School of Excellence.
No, it's it's where the Australian swimming team train.
Yeah.
So your likes like Shannon Jack, Ariane Titmus, who just retired, Molly O'Callaghan, Brianna Thrissell. So like all these Olympic swimmers train there. Okay. So this is like, and they're starting to, you know, do things around the swimming pool to make it look better. Mm-hmm. But I think also too, they have the facilities, like they've got 2 rugby fields, they've got a soccer field. They've just put in new cricket nets. Like they're sort of doing what I think they should do, but they like obviously
they need to go bigger.
They need to go bigger. And I think like, especially the main ground they're on, like obviously they need to redo the whole thing, but it's just one of those things for me because I'm so passionate about seeing that school succeed. I was there from the start, like from like the start when I started, and it wasn't the best, and I think they'll even say that too. Obviously, there has been improvement. Again, not to brag, but it's just one of those things I want to see. Like I just want to compare it to be like, all right, this is as good as the Gabba. This is as good as Lord's. Like. I'll show you after we finish here. I've been to Lord's. But I'll show you after the pitch that I did on the junior field that I did today. Yeah, looked fucking phenomenal.
I saw it. You put it on socials yesterday. Was it? Yeah, I did. Yeah,
but I like remarked it this morning, and I was sort of like, and just having the sun shining, like the morning sun, it just looks fucking schmick.
How good?
Looks fucking good.
Sign him, Gabba.
Yeah, yeah.
Turnbull knows someone in there. Surely that could get you in.
I do know people that do work there. Yeah. But. Like places like that, you got to have your certification.
I think. Oh yeah, okay. But I feel like you get a job like that too. You're not giving it up in a heartbeat either.
Oh, 100% you're not. Yeah. Like, but I mean, like it's also too, like what I was talking about. You know, going to that Big Bash game, having people work there after the game. Yeah. It's one of those.
Do you get involved in that, or is that just still the ground stuff?
It'd still be the same ground stuff, but it's also. Working these weird times, you know, you're sitting there for, you know, 2-3 hours while the Big Bash is on as the ground staff. Good problem to have. But then while everyone gets to, you know, go to the pub, get on the piss, go home, you're there at 11, 12 o'clock at night, still working sort of thing. So,
and they probably worked in the morning too.
Yeah, exactly. They're working to prep it before the game. And then it's the same with the test. Yeah. Same with the 50 overs. Yeah. And then obviously, you know, footy during the year.
So true.
You know, they're working to line mark the fields and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's just one of those things where like, yeah, I can say that's the be all end all to work at a stadium, but then does stadium work fit in with my personal life, with kids growing up, with the missus, podcasting. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe in like 30, so 10 to 20 years time. Yeah. Maybe if I can transition into that role when the kids are a bit more grown up sort of thing. Yeah.
Even teenagers, late teenagers would be fun.
Yep. So I think that's probably a goal to work towards too, but where I am and the challenges that I have moving forward, I think right now where I am is where I want to be.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. That's good that you're not fucking treading water and you're in too deep. Yeah. And you're not, you know where you are is good. Like you don't want to be, oh fuck, I should be up there, but you know you're not at that standard yet too. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. But I want to get into this podcast life that you've built yourself.
Yeah, okay.
We could talk about anything and everything. I feel like and I said it at the start, the podcast, what you're doing is very, very good. And I try and take notes out of your stuff that you do. I never ever post in the group chat that I listen to your stuff. And to be completely honest, I used to listen to it a fair bit. Not now. I fucking don't have time.
Life gets in the way. Yeah.
Like I think yourself, Jimmy, Jesse, myself, we all listened to Alpha Blokes. Was probably the main reason why we got into what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Like I listened to podcasts fucking for a long time, but the one that in Australia that blew up was the Alpha Blokes and made a lot of us get into it.
Yep.
I feel mine was that factor and Brizey. But what you're doing, I feel is so good, but I want to firstly find out how you come up with the name and then why you got into it.
Yep. So, 2022, I was having the idea of starting a podcast, and it was like right at the time where COVID had sort of just finished. Mm-hmm. So everyone was back to work, things were getting back to normal. And I just had this idea on what I wanted to do. So I'd listened to podcasts like the Howie Games.
Yes.
Listened to that. I listened to a podcast called Zero Limits Podcast, which Jesse has been on.
Okay.
So I started listening to them, and at the time, I remember listening to Jesse's episode, but I never comprehended who he was.
Okay.
Until I heard him on Bryce's episode. I'm like, fuck, I've heard this story before. Where have I heard it?
Yeah. No.
And then I went back and I'm like, holy fuck, it's Jesse. So
now he's giving you a watch.
And now he's giving me a watch. Shout out Park and Watches. So I'd listened to those two podcasts, and I just liked it, and I never heard of Alpha Blokes before. Like at this point, never heard of any other podcast besides Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Howie Games is huge though. I love how he does it too.
It is. And have you been listening to the Ashes Diary?
I haven't listened to it in years, but I used to listen to it religiously. That was my go-to as well.
So he's doing these like things, and sort of going off a bit of a tangent here, but he's doing these things where like he did it for the College Diaries. There was a thing called the College Diaries.
Okay.
So Eddie Maguire's son, Joe Maguire.
Okay.
He went over to the US to be a punter for the
I have heard this story.
Ohio Buckeyes.
Yeah.
And so they did like a 8 episode series or 10 episodes or whatever it is. And it was phenomenal to listen to the amount of knowledge and info that Joe sort of gave to the podcast. And like, I never would have thought it, but the Ohio Buckeyes, the value it's worth is $2 billion.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Their college football's off
It
its head,
is massive.
It's ridiculous.
And then now he's doing one called the Ashes Diary, and it's basically Alex Carey and Mitch Stark just sending voice notes and just letting them know.
Nice.
So it started from like whenever just after they'd finished playing the Windies.
When Langer left?
No, like this past year.
Oh yeah.
So they've sort of been documenting it from there.
Yeah.
So I've been listening.
Langer's gone there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not
I didn't think he was. No. I was like second guess myself.
No. When they were over there this year and they played a few, 3 tests against them.
Yeah, nice.
I started listening to that, like those two, and I always like the concept of storytelling.
Yeah,
and this might sound a bit stupid, but I used to watch. I still do, sort of, kind of. I used to watch a lot of wrestling. Okay, and I like the idea of storytelling, being able to tell the biggest, being able to tell a story and like putting it in a direction that makes it enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah.
So, like with the Zero Limits, being able to listen to someone who's been overseas to Afghanistan or Iraq,
done everything.
Like what he's done, and then listening to other people about their journeys and all that sort of stuff that they did to get into the Defense Force. But it's not just Army, Navy, Air Force. It's also like police officers, firefighters, ambulance, like people like SAS from
everything.
New Zealand, cops and US Marines from America. So he's getting all these people, and I just like that idea.
Yeah.
And hearing their stories, and then even with the Howie Games, like my favorite episode of the Howie Games to this day, and probably always will be his one with Andrew Simons.
Yeah, okay.
Like if there was
Rest in peace.
if there was one person I could get on the podcast, it'd be Andrew Simons. But yeah, it always stuck out to me that I wanted to do something that involved storytelling. I didn't know at the time if it was going to be a podcast, or it was going to be something else. But I sort of went down that path to what it is today. But
Yeah.
at the time, I sort of was like looking on, you know, what to buy for a podcast. And at the time, it was just so much money. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. And then,
but the problem is, sorry to cut you off here. The problem with,
sorry,
the old Ned's milk.
Yeah, fucking hell. Is it Ned's milk or something else?
The problem with podcasting stuff is if you don't buy the good stuff, you can soon tell that you're not using good quality stuff, and it's no one wants to listen to a shit quality podcast.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. If it sounds like the conversation might be great or whatever it is you're podcasting about, but if the quality's not there, no one's going to listen.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's expensive, but it's expensive for a reason because it's good shit.
Yeah, 100%. And that's sort of why I didn't really, you know, take the leap the first time is because of how expensive it was. And I'd asked different people sort of what they're using, and no one ever mentioned anything about Rode, like who I asked. So it was like, do I do it? Do I don't do it? And then I just ultimately decided to not do it because of how much it costs. And then probably about, I'll say the end of 2023.
Okay.
That's when I sort of had it was more towards the mid 2023 where I had the idea. I made something, like I made logos and stuff up. So initially I was going to call the podcast All Walks of Life Podcast.
Okay. That works.
Got logos done up for it and everything. And then stupid me didn't do my research. There was already a podcast called All Walks of Life. I'm like, fuck.
I did that.
Yeah.
But I still called it. There is another.
Well, it's your own thing now, but I was fuck. So I sort of put it on the back burner for a little bit, and then I sort of come back to it. And I was talking to Taylor about it, what other names I could name it. And she always gets at me for this, but I sort of credit her a little bit to coming up with the name because she said something along the lines of something to do with roads and something to do with walked or something like that.
Okay.
And then I put it into ChatGPT to come up with all these names.
Yeah.
And then just was going through them and I was saying them out loud, and then I just said the roads we've walked, and she's like, that's it.
Yeah. And it works.
And that's what it is. So, and it's sort of, you know, it goes with sort of what I'm trying to get out of people, sort of talk about the roads that they've walked to where they are today sort of thing. So
I love it.
That's how it sort of started. And then it was the grind of trying to find the proper equipment. So,
I know how that feels. I'm still doing it.
at the time, I was actually playing LMS and
Last Man Standing cricket.
Last Man Standing cricket. So Matt Turnbull.
Yeah.
So he listened to Triple M a lot, and he'd put our team forward for Brisbane's best/worst team. So like they're the best worst team.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning. So he ended up getting like this relationship with Jack Fulham, who worked at Triple M at the time.
Yeah.
And he actually came down because Matt was running LMS at this time for the Bethesda Jamaica franchise. So Jack actually ended up coming down, and he ended up playing a few games for the Bashers, and I sort of got to know him because he at the time he was working with he might correct me for this if he does listen to this, but he was working with Ian Healy and Pat Walsh.
Oh, wow.
So he was like the switch bitch or the producer, I guess you could say, of their show. And so now he works with Ian Healy and Corey Parker at SEN. So I was sort of talking to him about the idea because he has his own podcast, shout out Northern Exposure with Jack Fulham and Nick Davis.
Yeah.
So I asked him what he would recommend, and he said the first thing you need is a roadcaster. They've been a game changer for podcasts that like what we do, what Alpha Blokes, Vlogs use. Everyone uses. So
a lot of people don't use them, but the good ones use them. Like the big names.
I think they're just very convenient.
Yeah.
So they like for what we need, it's like everything all at once. So, so I was asking him about what equipment to get. He said a roadcaster, and I was like, "Yep, okay." So I started looking up roadcasters.
They're not cheap,
brand new. I was like, "Fuck, we're going through this again. Everything's too expensive. I want to call it quits. Fuck this, fuck that." But he said to me, "Mate, just look on Marketplace or eBay for for a secondhand one.
I did the exact same thing.
Which is what I did. So long story short, and I've told this on other podcasts, but basically what it is I went on eBay, I bought a Gen 1 Roadcaster for $400, got it, had it for 2 weeks.
Which is crazy. Playing
around with it a bit, and it was all good, all working fine, and then it said it needed the firmware updated, which is what I did. I updated the firmware, and then it was like, I explained it's like the red ring of death for Xbox 360. It just went to shit. Sent it off to Rode. I said, hey, this is what's happening. It did this, did that. This isn't working. Can you fix it? They said, yep, cool, sure, send it down. We'll see what it is, and then we'll send it back. I said, yep, cool. Hadn't heard from him about a week and a half, and then I called him and said, I sent my Roadcaster down to get fixed. Haven't heard from you guys. What's the go? She said, just check the tracking. It should be there within the next couple of days. I'm like, yep, cool. Got home one day, and then there was a package at the front of the door. There was a big road sign on it. I said, yep, cool. Lovely. They've fixed it. They've sent it back, opened it up. It was a brand new Gen 2.
Which is like a fucking...
Which is like $1,200, $1,300. So I'll always say that. I always say I got a Gen 2 Roadcaster for $400, and a lot of people get pissed off with that.
Well, I got this one for $500 off eBay.
Yeah, nice.
And it came with 2 mics and 2 headphones.
Yeah, cool.
It's fucking unheard of.
Unheard of, 100%. So but it was...
Jack 4's fucked on this. So I didn't know. And I've only just recently...
For the microphones or the headsets?
Both, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just a microphone.
Okay. Yeah, so I ended up getting that, and then I said to Jack, I'm like, look, I'm looking for mics and headphones, and he's like, well, look on Amazon. So the mics that I have now,
they're fine.
Amazon special.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're the same quality.
Yeah, they are.
As to what, these pod mics are. So I think they were like $90 each.
Okay.
And that come with the mic and the stand and also like the clamp bit.
Yeah.
What I didn't read in the fine print was that there were no XLR cords that came with it. So I'm like, fuck. So
they're expensive.
Well, I think the ones I got from JB Hi-Fi were like, and like these are like 6 meter ones.
Yeah.
And I think they were like $30 each.
Okay.
Which isn't too bad.
Yeah, nice.
So I bought them. I bought the mics. I bought the XLR cords, and then I bought 2 headphones from JB Hi-Fi, which are like $80 each.
So half price of what you could have brought just the
pretty much. And then that's sort of just how I started.
How good.
So
who was your first guest?
My first guest was James VC. He was a greenkeeper at Meraki Golf Course.
Okay.
So the guy who I was talking to at the time, he said I ran the idea by him saying, I'm starting this podcast. Do you know any greenkeepers? And he's like, yeah, I've got 2 in mind. One who works at Meraki Golf Course, which was James.
Yeah.
And then my second one was, his name's Colin
someone. I'll find it for you, mate.
Yeah, find it for me. Type in Turf is Paradise. I'll give him a shout out. Turf is Paradise on Instagram. So had those first 2, and those first 2 were phone calls.
Okay.
Like phone call fucking podcasts.
So like via Skype or something, was it?
No, it was like literally hook my phone up to the Bluetooth on the Roadcaster and just do it like that.
Okay.
So, that was my first 2. And I said in my first episode, I was like, welcome to Words Walk Podcast. I'm currently shitting myself because this is the first episode, which is probably not the best way to lead off. But like I said, it was my first episode, and this is sort of how I did it. Yeah, Colin Caulfield. That's who it is. I knew there was a field there somewhere. Those were my first 2. And then...
so you went on the greenkeepers, like... direction at the start.
Yeah, that's what it was sort of doing. And then it was even, I think it was Turbo that said it to me. He's like, mate, just steer away from the greenkeepers.
Yeah. You'll hit more audience.
Yeah, you hit more audience. And I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, that was it. And then I think it was maybe a week or 2 later, I had this one person just message me randomly.
Okay.
Stalking me, sliding in my DMs.
Jimmy Missing.
Episode 3 was Jimmy Missing.
I didn't even know where that was.
Yeah, it was 100%. Jimmy messaged me. He's like, "Oh, mate, I got this podcast, and I'm a stand-up comedian, and
that's exactly how he sounds.
Yeah, just wanted to see if you just give my page a follow." And I was like, "Yeah, mate, okay."
He's still doing that, to be fair.
Mate, real. Yeah, 100%. Where he's getting to now has actually been really phenomenal.
It's phenomenal, hey.
Shout out to you, Jimmy, mate. He messaged me. Yeah, you coward. He messaged me and pretty much like said that, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't."
So you'd never met this bloke before?
I'd never met him at all, and so And I found out after going back and forth for a little bit, like where I was living at the time, he was just 5 minutes around the corner.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I was like, oh, mate, you know, I've started my podcast as well. So, like, do you want to jump on mine? He's like, yeah, 100%. So that's the first time I met him. And I think that episode went for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, wow. And that's a lot of yours long form like mine.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I personally think, and you totally agree with this too, because you're doing it, you can't get like someone's good story of their life in under 2 hours, I feel. Like an hour and a half possibly.
Yeah.
But over 2 hours.
I usually say to my guests, like, you know, allow for anywhere between an hour and a half to 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Because then you can, once you know how much time you have, you know how to structure how you want the episode to go.
Yeah.
We've only got 2 hours. Okay. We can
cut a few of these things out.
We can work with that. But like, you know, the one that I did with like Jesse, and the good thing with Jesse's is because I'd heard him on yours, I'd heard him on Matty's from Zero Limits. So I sort of knew his story already, but there was a few things that like I listened to both of yours and that I wanted to sort of dive into a bit deeper. And so he was, I think he is still my longest episode.
He is. No, I would love to beat him.
Did she beat
recent one you said, I'm pretty sure.
I thought they were very close.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so yeah, I knew his story, but yeah, it was sort of just like from the get-go, I always wanted that like diversity. I didn't want it to be the same thing, and it was like the same with like the greenkeepers. Like I didn't want it to all be greenkeepers.
Yeah,
like here and there, it might be like good to get one like here and there, so people get a better understanding of, you know, what the greenkeepers are.
Bex was 3 hours 27.
Yeah.
And Jesse's will be down here somewhere.
I think Jesse was
2 hours. Oh, no, that's 2 hours 5 left.
So you haven't even fucking finished it all. What a grub.
No, that's Jimmy's. What's going on here? Play.
Come on, said hey.
Oh, 3 hours 11. So I would love to beat him.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Jesse.
Yeah, I totally agree. You need to dive deep if you want someone's life story. Like it's something that, like with yours, I was going to do that, but I thought, well, let's just talk about like your greenskeeping stuff because that's what you're doing.
Yep.
And let's talk about the podcast and a bit of stuff through the podcast. Like this next question I've got is, so I'm using the name of your podcast and asking a question through that. So the question is, what road were you on when the podcast idea hit? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I think I was on the road of, I don't know what I want to do with my life.
Okay.
I didn't have a sense of direction sort of growing up as to what I wanted to. I think with it, like a lot of kids.
We've always been.
I think with a lot of kids, it's like, you know, when you grow up, I want to be a footy player.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
And from an early age, I knew that wasn't going to happen. So it was like, do I go down the path of, do I get a trade?
Yeah.
I wanted to be a diesel mechanic. Okay. And I did a little bit here and there, but just never really worked out.
Dodged a bullet there, mate.
Well, I look at some like how much money some people make. Maybe did I dodge a bullet? But it was
money's not everything.
It is, and that's true. And so at the time, it was just like, you know, what do I want to do with my life? I need some sort of purpose and direction. Like, yeah, it's all good to have, you know, like kids and a missus and, you know, have that family life, but
yeah,
what do I want for me, sort of thing?
Exactly right.
Like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like what I'm sort of doing now with the podcast, I'm sort of leaning towards that podcast / social media. I'm not going to call myself a fucking influencer because that's
Jimmy Missing.
That's Jimmy Missing. So I don't want to lean towards that. It's just more like when I did when we went to Jimmy's Comedy Hour and I did those little short form interviews. I sort of thought to myself, maybe this is like another part of the podcast of like a certain direction I want to sort of go down towards too. So,
well, that's what I'm doing with the fighting stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So like just something like that or something.
You can do it.
Or something along those lines. And like, so I bought the road mics, the stands and everything. So, maybe starting.
You did very well with that.
Maybe starting next year, I'll start dabbling a little bit more towards that. Cause I sort of said to Taylor, I'm like, I don't want the podcast to be just the podcast.
And that's exactly how I'm looking at it.
You
too.
see like Das and Klutz on everything they do with their podcast, but then everything they're doing with like the Caxton, like they're kicking off with Alfie's Table being a fucking Queensland monument, like content that they get from that, and then like other stuff that they do with like budgie smugglers, and
it's pretty cool.
I just don't want it to be based around one thing. I want different avenues that I can try and explore. If it doesn't work out, cool, I can say I've tried it, and then I can move on to something else, sort of thing.
The alpha blokes have done it perfectly, like the horses and stuff like that. Like they've used so many different like things that they love. Like they started their sports podcast as well because they love sport and they didn't want to have alpha blokes just as sport segment. So Tommy loves his sport, so they did that as well. Like they love cooking meat, so then they did the collab with Lanes.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that they all believe in that has grown such a huge fucking following from just things that they love doing. Like
and that was also another thing too. Like when I started the podcast, like I didn't listen to the alpha blokes from get go. I said to myself, I'm not going to be one of those followers. I'm not going to be a fucking sheep and just start listening because everyone else is listening to it. But then, because with my job, I'm either rolling a pitch or
You've got plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm either sitting on a mower, so I've got time for days to listen to podcasts. And,
podcasts that I've never even heard of before.
Well, I think that's like everyone, but like, and it got to the point where like, fuck, I got nothing to listen to. All right, I'll give him a go,
and then bang,
I just fucking. And it was the same with the vlogs as well. I was like, I'm not listening to them. Everyone else is. I'm not. All right, let's just listen to them. Yeah. And then I listened now. And then I'm not. Live shows. And then I went to the live shows. But like, and I'm not going to say this to sound like a dick or anything, but I listen to them religiously now because listening to like those two specifically, and even Brizzy with the Deadass podcast, like good. It keeps us up to date on what's going on in the podcast community. You know, like everything to do with like the podcast royale or like even the live shows or just merch drops or anything like that. It's
pretty cool.
It's to me, it's like I'm a part of this. I'm a little part in this whole big world that is the podcast community. So if I listen to them, and I've also got other podcasts to listen to, but like if I listen to them, it's like my world away from my world.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So like to keep up to date with them, and then like obviously listen to you guys, to Jimmy. And then even see what Jesse's doing with the watches. Like it's just it's that world away from the real world sort of thing. So
it's pretty cool community, hey? Like
it is. And I also said at the start too, when I was starting the podcast and like even starting to listen to them, I knew from the get-go that I wasn't going to have a podcast where I was going to sit down, talk shit, like what both those do. Yeah. I always knew I wanted to go down the storytelling route. And like I said, I knew from the get-go it wasn't going to be that. So I wasn't even going to try and,
try and be funny.
Funny, be someone else that I'm not. It was just, I just wanted authentic stories. And I say this at the start of my episode, welcome to the Reds Will Walk podcast, here to give real people a platform to share their real stories in their own voice. Yeah. And so it's one of those things I knew I wasn't going to go down the road of what, the alpha blokes or the flogs have created. I wanted to create my own thing. Yeah. But I think also for them too, like, and I'm not taking away anything of the hard work that they've done because they have grinded. They have what they've built. They built a very solid foundation, but it's also a right place and right time. There was an opening in the market, going through COVID.
They've done well.
People are, working from home. They've got time to listen.
Yeah.
Why not just start a podcast that just talks about shit and people can relate?
Well, both of those podcasts, I feel, didn't start it to ever make any money. They just fucking did it because they love talking shit.
Yeah, well, that's it.
And then fucking blew up.
Like let's talk about Tommy and Cam, for example. They started in a caravan. Yeah,
exactly. At Cam's house.
Yeah, they started in a caravan and then obviously Cam's not with the show anymore, but like to what it's built. Yeah. And then with the flogs, they started in Moose's basement. And then now they're in some sort of, I think they're in Moose's dungeon now, but do you know what I mean? Like
Cool and
Coolangatta, but like it's just one of those things like to see all the hard work that they've done to build what they got now. And I know I'm sounding like a complete brown nose, but I'm not. It's just me acknowledging the work that they've done, and I hope that one day I can if I put in that same hard work, I can be in a position.
You already are.
In a position to what they're doing, because they're doing it full time. 2, they're doing these experiences like the podcast, like going to Darwin, like going to the UFC.
Offset.
Like, do you know what I mean? And like even Knuckles, like the amount of work that he does, and he's just selling hats.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Who the fuck becomes, multi-millionaire from selling hats? 10, 20 years ago, it was never heard of.
Yeah, well, I knew him then.
That's what I mean. Like, fuck.
So I've known Knuckles, and you're well aware of this, but I've known Knuckles fucking for like 20 plus years, and he was selling hats at the mines then, just for doing custom hats while he was in the mines.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know his story because he's like,
that's why he needs to jump on my podcast. Our podcast. Yeah.
I've hit him up, and you probably have too. I'm not sure if you have or not.
I actually haven't hit him up because I just know how busy he is.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Fucking good luck getting him for 2 or 3 hours.
Exactly, yeah.
He'll give you 2 or 3 minutes.
Exactly, yeah. We'll talk about this, and this 1 minute each.
Yeah, exactly. But he's he was doing like custom hats while he was in the mines.
Yeah, okay.
And then just for the boys at like for bucks parties and shit like that. And then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and
just now it is what it is today. Yeah,
I think I could be wrong here, and I could be putting fucking words out into the fucking stratosphere. But I'm pretty sure he stopped doing it when he was earning enough money to not work in the mines anymore.
Okay,
and just was making enough money.
I think that's
what
the same with like what Tommy and Cam did.
Yeah,
they started doing the podcast full time, so they didn't have to work in the mines.
Yeah. How good, eh? It's crazy. Listeners, this episode is brought to you by Dookies.co, a locally owned Gold Coast brand making seriously good board shorts for men. Born by the beach and made for it, Dookies is also comfortable, stylish, and laid back feel that only comes from truly knowing the coast. Whether you're in the surf or at the pub or just cruising through the weekend, Dookies has you covered. Support local and upgrade your board shorts. Check out dookies.co or follow them on socials at dookies.co. That's DUKIES.co. Use the code Meraki10 at checkout for 10% off. That's MERAKI 10 for 10% off your next order. Go check them out, guys. Back to the podcast. What's one moment in your life that felt like a dead end but ended up being a turning point?
Ooh.
It's like going down a road that it just stopped. Like, I fucking lost the words there.
I don't know if I'd call this moment like a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
It was I would say, and fair game to some people who do think this way but shouldn't think this way, but like my first serious relationship.
Okay. I've been there.
Yeah, like honestly, at that time, and I was very young and naive.
Yeah.
I thought, fuck, well, we split up, world's over, world's gone.
First love,
everything's sort of just gone to shit, but it just, and like we ended things on mutual terms, and it just, at that point in my life, like I said, still young, I just didn't know what was right, what was wrong. I was just sort of like, oh, well, she's gone. Fuck, I might as well go too. No, like not to that certain extent, but like,
broken heart.
What is my purpose in life?
Yeah.
Like at that point. So it's like, but it actually ended up being the turning point to open my eyes up to see that there was a whole other world out there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I do.
There was, countless opportunities that like, it was like a right place, right time sort of thing. So I was able to go and do stuff, and not that I was tied down, but I was able to go and do stuff that
you didn't have a partner.
I didn't have a partner. I was able to go do my own thing. And I didn't. Sometimes I wish I did, but at the time when things had ended, I was actually considering doing a working holiday in Canada.
Okay. Might have met the elf blokes over there.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, it could have been at that time. So, like...
Yeah, wow. That's cool.
Taylor went and did a working holiday. She was supposed to be over there for 2 years, but was only there for 9 weeks because she ended up getting homesick.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, yeah, so I think
She could have met her over there.
Oh, this was years after,
Okay.
but I think it was like 2018. I think I was planning on doing it, but I can't remember why I didn't. But yeah, just at that time I thought it was a dead end as to what my purpose was in life. But then once I found one door, I just opened up a whole heap of others.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm using your podcast logo here.
Okay.
Name, sorry. If your life had road signs, what signs would have shown up the most? Like detour, slippery when wet.
Slow down.
Roadworks for 3 years.
Slow down.
Okay.
That would probably be the thing because I'm a bit like you. I like to stay busy. I like to do a million things at once, you know, do so much stuff, but not enough time in the world. Yeah. I always need to remind myself just to slow down, take a break and just.
Does Taylor say that to you?
She doesn't say it that way. Let's just put it that way. But
yeah,
she's always telling me like
she doesn't sugarcoat anything.
She doesn't, and she's always reminding me to, you know, like I do have a family at home that also need me, but and I totally get that, but it's just like I said earlier before, it's just one of these things I'm so passionate about. I want it to work so bad so that
you can provide.
I can provide. I can look back and say I did all this hard work to get to where we are now, sort of thing.
Makes sense.
I think talking about road signs, I actually did traffic control for 3 months.
Okay, there you
so
go.
That was
you're on the stop slow.
Yeah, I pretty much was. So COVID was in full swing. I got made redundant from my job, so I was like, I had a bit of cash lying around. I was like, might as well just go upskill myself. So ended up getting a
good coin too. Hey.
It was for sort of what I was doing. So
yeah, nice.
At the time, I ended up getting my HR license.
Okay.
And my traffic control, which is your stop and go, but I also got traffic implementation.
Okay.
So people that drive the utes and put the signs out. So
yeah, nice. Have you still got all that?
No, it expired.
You have to refresh it?
Yeah, you have to refresh it every 5 years or 3 years, I think. But I ended up getting to a point where I only did it for 3 months, but it was only because
there was nothing you could do.
No, there was plenty of work, but during that time I was doing it, it was very weather affected. So like if we had like a lot of rain days, you wouldn't work. And because majority of the time traffic controllers are just casual.
Yes.
So you only work what you only get paid what you work, sort of thing. So I was on a project out near Sumner Park. They were doing the overpass there. So I was on like night shift for about a month and a half. Okay. And that was really good. That was really good coin. Would I go back to it? Yes. Yeah. But I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. Last resort.
Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It is good coin, and people who can, you know, work their way up to, you know, want to get to where they are.
Some of them
money wise.
Ridiculous
100%. Like the people that actually do the traffic planning.
Yeah.
Ridiculous coin. Ridiculous.
Some of the traffic controllers on the light rail here, I think at night time they're on like 76 an hour or something.
Yep.
Something stupid.
Yep. I was on sort of similar coin to that when I was doing night shift.
Yeah.
And I had done like my induction for the Cross River Rail as well. So I was planning on working that as well. But then just at the time I ended up leaving that job because I needed a full-time job.
Of course.
Because Declan was on the way.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started working. Stability, job security. So that's when I started working full-time with Turble.
Yeah, nice.
In the warehouse. Back to warehousing, unfortunately.
But this is a weird question, and I can't wait to hear the answer of it. What's the weirdest or funniest moment you've had while recording? Is there anything that like pops out to you?
What are we recording? No, I'm joking. Nothing really sticks out, eh? Like everything's sort of just been.
Has it been like a fuck off moment? Like, are you serious or?
No, I mean, some that do stick out is like when I do like the intros and stuff, and I say to people like, you know, give yourself an introduction, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like just say, hey, I'm such and such, and you're listening to the Roads of War podcast. But when they, like, I think
They just keep going.
I think one that sort of sticks out now that I think of it is probably Noah from Peak Productions.
Oh, yeah.
When I did my recording with him, it took us about 10 goes just to get that introduction right.
Yeah, right.
Just because he sounded so confident, and then he just stutter his words and like, fuck, let's do it again. So I think that's probably the only thing that really sticks out. There's no like, oh my God, or what the fuck moments.
Yeah.
It was just trying to get the podcast started first before we really rip in.
Speaking of Noah, you and I hold the inaugural the lads podcast trophy for the golf day.
We didn't end up getting that trophy.
No, we got nothing.
I think we're gonna have to make a call to the lads and ask for our trophy.
Yeah,
or our medals, our participation awards.
We were smoking them too.
Yeah, you were smoking. I was just caddying.
You come in clutch when we needed it.
Exactly. Yeah,
you drive.
Yeah, on the last hole.
Yeah. But that was it's 11-11, but for all those people that love angel numbers.
Yep, says 11-11 on my parking watch.
What are we up to? What's a moment in your life you're proud of that you don't talk about enough? You probably don't talk about it a lot because you have people on your podcast and they're talking about themselves. So
yeah, I think first and foremost, two proud moments. My kids.
Yeah.
I was always under the assumption that I wanted to have a boy because in my family now there's only two of us left to carry on the last name.
Okay.
So myself and then my cousin who he had a daughter.
Okay.
So my understanding is that, and I think that they're only stopping at the one kid. So
okay,
pretty much it was just up to me to
pump him out,
carry on that last name because it was just I don't know why it means a lot to me. It's just one of those things. Like it just felt like
I know why it does.
Why?
Because your dad's not around anymore, and you want to. Obviously, that name means a lot to you because it's come from your father, and then for you to have a son means it continue your dad's name. Yeah, that's why it does. I feel.
I think that's definitely a contributing factor. Like I was lucky enough to obviously, Dad passed away last year, so like Declan was three, 4-ish. So like obviously they did meet, got pictures together and stuff. So so I was always adamant that I wanted a boy. So like when we, did our gender reveal and I saw the blue smoke come out, it was just like a weighted lifted off sort of thing.
Yeah,
so I was happy in that sense. And I always said that I'd be happy with 2 boys and a girl.
Okay.
Obviously you can't, control what you get, but
it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Now that we have 2, we're sort of, I wouldn't say we're adamant about stopping at 2. Like if we have a third,
is this you telling me Taylor's pregnant?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. You gotta do the deed to have a kid.
Ryan, can you cut that out?
No, Ryan, don't cut it out. So I think it's just one of those things where like if we were to stop at 2, we'd be happy. But if we were to have a third, it
gets a lot more hectic with 3. I feel.
I reckon it would.
Yeah. I don't have 3 kids, so I have no idea. But mum had 3 kids, so and I was the eldest of 3, so I can see it.
Yeah, so
the third's always the worst.
Maybe. But yeah, that would be those 2 moments. Definitely stick out as my proudest. I think another one growing up, and I didn't really grasp the concept of what it was at the time, but during my teenage years playing like AFL for so long, I think it was either the first or the second I was to play 200 games for my club.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
So myself and then a guy who played seniors by the name of Mark Ryan, or Ringer as we love to call him.
Yeah.
I think he played a lot more games than what I did because he
was. What was the club?
So the club started
Sorry to cut you off.
Right. So the club started as the Southern Redbacks.
Okay.
So at the time of the creation of the club back in 2000, it was just known as the Southern Redbacks because it was the only AFL club in that region.
Okay.
And then 2008, when we moved to our new fields, I think that's when we changed the name to Jimboomba Redbacks, because there was other clubs sort of around the area that started their own club. And so it just seemed natural at the time. So I played my 200th game in 2014, I think.
Okay.
Kicked a goal on the day and fucking everyone got around me. It was fucking gross.
How many flags?
So no flags. I've played in 2 grand finals. I've lost both. I was supposed to play in one in 2007, but again, it was that it was supposed to be under 12s, but at the time I was like 10 years old.
Okay.
So I wasn't like...
You were coming off the bench, if anything.
If anything, yeah. So like emergency player.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. And I at the time I was, pretty devout about it.
Yeah.
Because I knew we had a good chance of winning.
Yeah.
And then I think in the final, like 2 or 3 minutes, Timmy Martin kicked a goal to put us in front. And I remember sitting on the sideline. I'm like, fuck. So wanted to play, but I was happy that the boys got the win, obviously. But I still ended up getting a medal at the presentation. Cool. So I think that's sitting somewhere in storage.
That's cool though.
It'd be cool to get, all that out to show the kids and sort of, what I did and
that's
back in the day.
Something you should be proud of for sure.
My sister played footy for the club. She's won a premiership, which fucking hurts. But no, it's always good to see other people achieving and they have a premiership under their belt and good on them. But
I have one of our good mates sending something through, so
yeah, okay.
He makes watches.
Yeah, of course he does.
But I'll play them.
Are they decent watches?
Well, mine stopped. He just told me I could go in the ocean, but apparently I'm not allowed.
No comment.
But I'd recommend you don't go swimming with yours.
No, I don't. No, I won't even take it in the shower. There's a lot of things I'll do in the shower. Taking the watching is not one of them.
It's usually on your cock. It's not.
Again, no comment.
What's the biggest misconception about being a podcaster?
People think it's easy.
Yeah.
People think it's just sitting in front of a microphone and just talking. It's not. It's
you got to listen.
You got to listen. You've got to wait for certain things to happen, and then just the behind the scenes of it. Like at the start, I was doing because at the start I was only doing audio.
Yeah. Until
I figured out how to do stuff with the camera and all that sort of stuff. So, I think a lot of people think it's easy. Like I had a lot of mates like who I played cricket with when I mentioned the idea of starting a podcast. Like, you're just going to be like the alpha blokes. It's not going to go anywhere. Like, it's so easy. Anyone can do a podcast. I'm like, well, fucking good luck, cunt, because when you start a podcast,
let me know,
and we'll see how far you get.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty lucky. I do video and shit now, but I just record. I prep for it, record, I listen, I ask the questions, I don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
And then I upload it to the server and then I'm done.
Yeah.
So you, on the other hand.
So for me at the start, it was record it.
Yeah.
Chuck it in Audacity.
Yeah.
Listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Cut out any bits that I need to.
Yeah.
And then upload it. And then video sort of came into it. At the time, the camera I was using was like my photography camera because I used to do a little bit of photography back in the day. So it wasn't made for video. So every half an hour I'd have to press,
I remember this.
I had to press reset or start again because it would always cut off, which was a pain in the ass. So, did that and then finally invested in a proper camera that I can just hit record and it will record the whole time. Thank fuck for that. And then
you got an editor.
And then we did the podcast Royale breakdown, and then I think a week or two after that, Ryan reached out to me and he's like, "Oh, I'm a sound wizard, sound engineer who edits podcasts." And at the time, I was a bit hesitant because I pretty much said to him, "I said, mate, I like the idea of what you're doing and stuff. Yeah. I just don't have the money to be able to do it." And then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to charge you. I just want to help," because I think he was sort of in that position where like
he had the time.
And he wanted to see other people win it. He wanted to help other people. And then it just sort of became a thing like I went to his house one day and he showed me everything like he was doing, and it was just like,
it's perfect.
I can't expect him to do, and he's going to listen to this obviously, but I can't expect him to do what he does and not be paid for it, because if the shoe was on the other foot, because like at the time, you know, he already did Timmy and Rocco's podcast, Overworked and Underfucked. So for me it was like, no, I'll shoot you through a bit of coin, and then we just made this agreement, and then I think you were
you got me involved. I was looking for someone.
Yeah, pretty much. You had left where you were, and you were looking for someone to do yours. I said, mate, Ryan's a fucking genius.
Yeah,
have a go with him. And
I think you even edited one or two of my podcasts. Do you remember that? Yeah,
you sent me the start of it, because I think I was going to send it to Ryan, but he was away in Mackay or something or other. He was on the road, so. Again, I chucked that in Audacity. I tinkered around with it, and we got something done. So
I can't remember who it was for, but you helped me out when I had no one, or there was something happened.
You just wanted the intro and the ending sort of like linked up together, sort of thing. Yeah. And so I had to like learn how to like overlap and fade in, fade out, all that sort of stuff. So
you know more than me.
Well, fuck. I mean, I only did that, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Yet I watched Ryan do it, and he's just like, beep, beep,
so
beep,
quick.
done.
Yeah, I went to his house and saw it as well, and it's fucking phenomenal. But,
did you see that big rubber dildo that he had?
Yeah, well, he was sitting on it when I was there, so I didn't get to see it.
Was it lubed up?
Yeah, well, must have been, I guess. It was inside.
Yeah, okay. I heard his missus pegs him a fair bit too. Ryan, don't cut that out.
I'm not even. He asked me for
timestamps.
Yeah, for cutting out. I just say no. This one doesn't need anything.
Yeah, no, you're all good. Love you, Ryan. But no, like shout out to Ryan. Like anyone
he's cheap too.
He is, and anyone that needs, you know,
and he's cheap for the podcast as well.
Yeah, exactly. $10, meet up your one came. But no, he's definitely he's been a game changer. Like the Roadcast, you know, the Roadcaster, he's tinkered around with that, so like it makes it easier for him. So like
all different files,
and all that sort of stuff, and like even watching him, like because I went to his house last night to drop off that episode, and then just watching him work on the computer and all the files that he's got, I'm like, can't you got yourself sorted out? And he's like, yeah, well, if you don't sort it out, files get lost, which makes sense.
Like even these girls in the background that you and I can hear, I'd be very surprised if you can hear that when we drop this podcast.
Exactly.
He's just fucking so good at it.
And like even echoing or like fans and stuff. Like, I mean, granted, he knows what he's doing. He knows the software and stuff that he uses. But like, you know, and I'll recommend him to anyone. Like I know obviously these big podcasts, they have their own person that they use, and that's totally fine. But like, you know, anyone that's thinking about starting a podcast or wants to run an idea, like
he'll help you for sure.
Hit Pod Perfect Productions up, and you know, Ryan will sort you out. He'll give you ideas and all that sort of stuff. If you need to borrow equipment to start off, he'll help you out.
Yeah. He did that for one of my friends, and then she fucked him around, and I got the shit back off of her. Yeah. And he just gave it to her and was like, yeah, do it. But she got to be lazy and fucking like we all do when we first start and think it's way too much.
Yeah. And I know who you're talking about too. And I think, like, I'm not going to say a name or anything
Kelsey.
Like that, but well, you can. But I think that for her, and like, because I'd spoken to her a fair bit, sort of like what she wanted to do. And I think
she's got too much going on.
But also too, she just needs that push to be able to.
Ryan and I did that too. Yeah, it still didn't work.
Just to be able to, you know, get something out. But I also sort of think maybe she jumps on another podcast to see how.
Well, I did one with her.
A podcast works, sort of thing. Yeah,
I did one with her, and I said I'm not releasing it on mine. I want you to release it on yours, and so you've got your story, because that's what she wanted. She wanted to have her story as the first one. Yep. So I've recorded it all. It still hasn't dropped. So and I did that fucking like 2 months ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it's just, I think she's just got the, I guess imposter syndrome's probably the best way to put it. Like she thinks that it's not fair, but you just fuck like you and I did for the first one, press record.
I think at the end of the day, if you got something in mind, just have a crack. If it doesn't work out, start again, sort of thing. Don't just
change your direction.
Don't just be one and done.
Yeah.
Just take what you've learned from that and just apply it to the next one, sort of thing.
Perfect. What you just said then for my next question. Can you share a pivotal moment where you knew you were on the right track? So like you just said then that.
Like with the podcast or just in life in general?
Both. Give me both if you can.
I'd say for life, probably when I met Taylor, I guess, and she's probably just going to say what a load of shit if she listens to this. But
do you reckon she'll listen?
Oh, she's listened to the one I had with the two piss Kens. I don't think she's listened to the other ones that I've been on. Okay. Only because
she doesn't know who they are. Maybe she knows who I am.
No, just because she doesn't have time to listen to them. Like going to and from her work is only like 25 minutes, and then having kids in the background screaming while taking. Yeah, exactly.
Declan, be quiet if you listen to this.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, meeting Taylor, and like it's a funny story, me meeting Taylor, is I was actually on a date with another person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I went on a date. We went to the Park Ridge Tavern for dinner and drinks and all that sort of stuff, and Taylor was actually working as the bartender.
Okay.
And then...
There
you go. So the girl that I was on the date with, her and Taylor become good friends, and then things just never worked out. And so I ended up going to the pub one day just for a drink, and Taylor was working, and then we sort of just got to talking, and then just went from there.
How good.
And I've been putting up with it ever since.
How many years now?
We were 6 years this year.
Okay.
7 June next year.
Yeah, nice.
So
it's funny you say that because I met Amy. I don't know if you know this story.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah,
I met Amy when I was rooting another bird, and
you have been on my podcast and you have had explained this story yet.
Well,
but
for
the listeners that haven't listened,
ask me in person because it is a bit crude.
No, mate, it's your podcast. You tell what you want. If you want to tell a story, tell the story.
They can
go and listen. Episode 14 with Matty Carvosso. You go and listen to it. New episodes.
There you go.
Can't get US podcasts. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Road to Walk podcast. New episodes drop every Monday.
Monday and Wednesday, or just Wednesday?
No, just Monday. Yeah. So I've been a bit slack with sporadic, and Ryan's being a bit lazy and editing my podcast. I'd just be better, mate. Come on, I'm paying you.
He hasn't had any mind to do.
Yeah, fair.
So every Monday.
Yeah. Unless Ryan
5 a.m.
5 a.m. Unless Ryan doesn't get to it, which is okay, Ryan. Don't find me.
Be better, Ryan.
Don't let go of me. Stick
we'll
around.
Both have to find someone.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not editing yours.
You might need to take a TAFE course.
Fuck, and something else.
We'll get Ned Brockman to sponsor that as well.
Surely he's got someone.
Yeah.
How do you juggle being a father, a greenskeeper, a supervisor, a podcaster, and I guess, and you edit your camera stuff too. Ryan doesn't do that, hey?
No, I do my real
stuff. Yeah, so editor as well.
I think I don't even know, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of times where I'll do, my reports for work, or I'll be doing podcast stuff, and it's just, Taylor says it to me all the time, you pick the worst time to do things. And I'm like, I know.
Hey, it's getting done.
I know, but it needs to get done. And then she's like, well, you've got kids that are trying to get your attention, kids that want to play with you. We've got dinner to cook. We've got washing to fold and do. And I'm like, yes, I know. I'm quickly going to get this done. And then it's just like,
I know.
I get really distracted.
Yep.
Like if I'm going through Instagram trying to find something, I'll see like, pair of tits. No, I'm joking. But
Jimmy Misson just posted something.
Yeah. Undisclosed boxing events.
Week 6.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where like, I do juggle it, but it's just, I juggle it very bad sort of thing. And I think it comes back to what I said earlier about like my priorities and stuff. Like, even though I know I need to be a partner, I need to be a father first.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that other side of me of doing the podcast and being so passionate about it, wanting it to work. I think sometimes I prioritize that over everything, and that's probably going to sound like really bad.
Yeah.
And it'll come to a point where like I'll structure everything that I get it right, that I can, you know, do everything I need to do, and then still be a partner, a father.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't all have a Monday off to do podcasts and to do fucking editing and do content. No, if I could take a day off, I fucking would.
He does it so well, hey.
He does, and we're talking about Jimmy missing.
I don't know how he does it. Like, he's doing 2 a week now. Plus, he's doing his reels. I need to start back getting into reels. Like, it's the only thing that really lacks on my page, I feel.
Yeah.
The reels I do, I got nothing to do with podcasts.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all just video contents of a stupid haircut or me fighting and bashing Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly. Just right hooking him. Oh, mate, you all right? Poof. But I think you're right. Jimmy has done it well where, like, obviously he's in a position in his family life where he doesn't have to work the full 5 days. He can take that Monday off and concentrate on podcasting, writing for stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, in a perfect world, fuck, I'd love to do that. I've actually thought about asking work if there's like a Monday or a Friday that I can take off to concentrate on doing stuff like that, and sort of taking Jimmy's approach to doing that, not only to make family life easier, but also make the podcasting life easier. But then it's also, on the other hand,
you still want the same money.
We're still on the same money, but and that's the thing. If I take that day off, are we going to be all right?
Yeah.
Like bills wise, like financial wise, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where like I'd have to sit down with Taylor. I'd have to sit down with work, or whether I can or cannot do that. If I can't, I'll sort of just keep sort of, you know, plodding along, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is.
It's not cheap to live these days.
No, fuck no.
Especially fucking down here.
Fuck the Gold
Coast is fuck.
Yeah.
How do you stay focused and motivated? Like,
I don't.
Yeah. Well, you just said you didn't.
Yeah. So I try and. So I think the one of the things that
Taylor says it too. You don't.
Yeah, I fall deep into this, but like because like my hours are 6 to 1:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
which are great hours.
They're great hours. The only problem with that is like obviously I'm meant to do 6 to 2, but because I work the Saturday, I finish half an hour early every day.
Okay. So
and that's how like
that's fair.
It makes up for it, but I don't get paid for what I work Saturday, so that's the only downfall of it. So like.
So you're on salary?
No, I'm not on salary. I'm on hourly. It's just their sort of loophole.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Grubs.
So yes and no, but it is what it is. Sorry, what was the question again?
How do you stay motivated and focused?
So when I get home, I'll get home about say 2:15.
Yeah.
And then it could just be a thing like I've got the house to myself. I just have that peace and quiet to do my own thing. So
rub one out.
A lot of the times I won't even just think about the podcast. I'll turn the PlayStation on. I'll play a bit of like.
What do you play?
Lately I've been playing Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
So I've been playing that and
then you hear the garage door open and you quickly turn it off.
Yeah, pretty much just like, fuck, the washing was supposed to be done. Dishwasher was supposed to be done. Podcasting stuff's supposed to be done. So I'm doing all this stuff while the kids are running rampant and Taylor's trying to organize shit. But it's like, I'm a gamer too. I play a fair bit of. Yeah, so I get easily distracted in that thing. Whereas like, if my priorities were right, it'd be like, get home.
Straight into one of them.
Straight into, you know, doing the washing, doing the dishes, prepping dinner, or like straight into the podcasting stuff. Yeah. And like just like, and the biggest thing for me, and I really need to fix it, is like when I do my reels, because a lot of the time I'll do 2 reels per episode. Yeah. But I'll only do the 1 reel for when it comes out the next day. Okay. What I should be doing is I should be doing
1 before and then 1 during.
I should be doing 2 reels like on the day, so that when I release, you know, the one for Wednesday, I already have Fridays ready to go.
Okay.
So like it's like it's like the 6 P's of life. Prior preparation prevents piss
poor performance, is it, or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. Yeah. So, and because I don't do that, I think that's where I sort of fall into the
I'm
the
guilty
thing
of it too.
The thing of being distracted and all that sort of stuff.
Amy fucking smashes me and says, like today, she's like, I was supposed to have 2 podcasts, but instead of having 2 today, I'm doing 2 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, once you finish this one, make sure you fucking come home and you just relax. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But what happened? I'll fucking, instead of going home and prepping for the podcast tomorrow, I'll go home and watch.
Rub one out.
Well, yeah, that, or go for a walk with the dogs.
Yeah.
Or then I'll go jump on Fortnite and play Fortnite with Ryan. And then Ryan will get off and I'll play with my mates and it'll be fucking 10 o'clock at night and I haven't done anything for the podcast.
Do you know, hand in heart, I can say I've never played Fortnite.
Yeah, okay. You probably should.
Nah.
It's actually, the only reason I play it, for the same reason I just said, was with my son.
Yep.
But not only with my son, there's some of my mates. One of my mates lives in Alice Springs and the other one lives in Melbourne. And it's the only way we really get to catch
sort of
up.
connect sort of thing, yeah.
So that's the only reason.
I get it in that sense. And I think it just sort of, it comes back to like, with the flogs and the alpha blokes, like I'm not being that sheep. I'm not following everyone. So it'll probably be like one of those things where like I'll start playing. I'm like, fuck, I can't quit.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same with like TV series and stuff like that. So if there's like Peaky Blinders, like all these shows like that.
Game of Thrones.
I've never watched any of them.
I was a big thing with Game of Thrones. I'm never going to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Watched it. I was like, fuck, why did I not start watching this sooner sort of thing.
So I've literally, like all these very popular shows, like even like Star Wars, like series like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I've never, ever watched any of them, ever.
Is that just because you don't want to or you don't have the time?
No, I just don't like you said, being the sheep and following everyone. So when people are talking about it, I'm like, beauty, I don't need to fucking chime into this.
Yeah, fair. But I mean, like shows like that, I get invested into it.
Yeah.
Again, because it becomes, it's like with the whole Star Wars universe and even Marvel, like
I haven't watched any of Marvel.
They have like these main movies.
Yeah.
But then they'll have these spin-off shows and it just adds to the story.
Yeah.
So it comes back to that whole storytelling thing, that something that I enjoy. Like fuck, when Kenobi came out and when Ahsoka came out, like it was just,
I have no idea who that is.
It was just all a part of these little stories that just converged into like the main thing. So I was like so keen for it. And like there'd been talks about Kenobi being made for fucking years. And then like, you know, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen were going to reunite again. And then they finally did. And then it's just, it was like, and also part of that, it was me growing up as a kid and watching all that. So like, being able to watch these shows that have recently come out, it's just like that part of my childhood is just like fucking coming back again. And they're like, I think they're planning on making like another Lord of the Rings movie.
Okay.
I think it's called like The Hunt for Gollum. So I think Ian McKellen and Viggo Mortensen are going to come back and reprise their roles. Like, and you know, they made the first Lord of the Rings movie in 1999. Yeah,
they're good movies. And I've watched those.
Mate, they're fucking... That was literally my childhood growing up.
Yeah.
Was just watching them. And I look back at them now and they taught like a lot of life lessons as well. Like a lot of people might find that to be like a silly statement, but like when you have like a hobbit and he's up against like the whole world, it's like, and even Galadriel says that, like, you know, the smallest person can change the course of the future. Like you don't have to be anyone special to, you know, change the course of the future. It's like, you know, what you want, sort of thing. And then like, you know, the whole Fellowship of the Ring thing, like, you know, there was 9 of them. You in like life, especially now today, you don't have to have this big group of friends and all that sort of stuff. No. If you just have your small circle, that's all you need.
Spot on.
You know, the fucking the battle at Minas Tirith where it was fucking, you know, Gondor going up against the fucking Mordor orcs, like, you know, in life today, people can be like, you know, battering down and you might not see a way out. And then like Rohan comes as reinforcements. Like, I know it probably sounds fucking stupid, but like
true, though.
Rohan coming as reinforcements in life today, that's just your mates coming and having your back sort of thing. Like
our little group we've got.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people are probably going to listen and they're like, that sounds so fucking stupid when I say it out loud, but like it's like a metaphor sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like,
do you know in New Zealand, it's definitely in New Zealand, there's an actual town where they recorded that movie, and it's still got everything.
Yeah,
there.
Mata Mata.
Yeah, so
Mata Mata is where like Hobbiton is, like the Shire.
Yeah.
So it's like a tourist thing there. So when they filmed Lord of the Rings, they just let it go to shit.
Yeah.
But then they had to rebuild it for when they made The Hobbit.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people were talking about it, and this is like when social media really started to kick off, because they did, I don't know, you probably haven't seen it, but they did like a YouTube series on behind the scenes of when they made The Hobbit.
Haven't.
So it was like a 10 episode thing. And Peter Jackson's is like making these 20-minute videos.
I need to watch this.
Of just backstage things, and it shows you like, it was just phenomenal, eh? And so like after that, people were like, fuck yeah, let's go to New Zealand, visit these places. So they actually when they did like the Hobbit holes and stuff, they rebuilt them so that people could go there as like a holiday or a tourist destination, and they're still there today, sort of thing.
So funny story, as you're well aware, Amy and I got engaged, and we're getting married next year, and our honeymoon's going to be in New Zealand.
Fuck yeah!
And Amy loves Lord of the Rings.
Fuck yes!
So.
I'm pretty sure there's, I don't know, this is when I looked like way back, but like there was a thing on like, it was like Travel New Zealand or Air New Zealand where you had like a 21-day Lord of the Rings tour.
Oh, fuck.
So it was literally like you do the North and South Island, but you travel to all these places like where they filmed and all that sort of stuff. And like,
they probably still do it, sure.
Oh, 100% they would. Yeah. They'd have to.
I'll have to get about 4 tattoo artists before then so we can afford to go, and the shop's still open. Exactly. If we're going for 21 days. Fuck, she'd love that.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd probably kick her off the plane and come with you.
Well, you and her can go.
Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Spend your honeymoon while you can third wheel for us.
Yeah, done.
I'll sit in the cock chair.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, it won't be the last either.
No. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
I have asked myself that question plenty of times. A lot of the times I don't have a solid answer.
Okay.
I guess, like you said, where do you hope to be? I hope to be doing this podcast or something along these lines full time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be financially stable, that like I can do it full time, but also I'm in a good position where I can buy a house.
Yeah.
Kids are going to a good school, which I think they
already are.
They all
are about to.
About to, yep.
Yep.
Maybe have possibly another kid. I'm not sure.
Okay. Nice.
I hope to be in a position where I can provide for my kids so they have the best opportunity at life, a better opportunity than what I had, even though I didn't take all the opportunities that I had.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be able to show them that there are endless opportunities in this world and in this life.
Yeah, definitely.
And to have a go at everything. So I think, us doing this and me doing the podcast is just a foundation of us having a crack.
Yeah, like spot on. We're building that bridge together.
Exactly. If I didn't start the podcast, I wouldn't be having these. We never would have met.
No, spot on.
Never would have met all the people that I have. And
you inbox me. That's where it all started.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, never would have went to the charity event that I did a few weeks ago with Get Yourself Checked. Never would have met Brizzy. Never would have, just all.
Was that the first time you met him?
No, so Brizzy was episode 8 for me.
Okay.
So he was very early on.
Champion bloke.
It just happened to be, again, right place, right time. He was coming down to Brisbane for
as he always does,
for a high tea thing down the Gold Coast for the Leukemia Foundation. Okay. So he was staying in Brisbane. So he's like, mate, I'm staying in Brisbane. If you want to come the day before, pumped out a 2-hour podcast, and the first time I met him, and just fucking
the nicest bloke, eh?
2 piss cans, fucking never would have met them. Never would have went down to Sydney, pump out 3 episodes with them on my podcast, and then going on their podcast at the end of the day, and then heading to Rusty Penny for dinner.
Only 2 of them matter.
Fuck. You're a real cunt.
He's no more.
Yeah, well,
They got rid of him.
no, well, he left.
Well, he didn't like that they. Yeah, sorry, he left.
You started all this. Don't get me involved. But going back to what I was saying, it's just one of those things
He's
that.
gone red. He's like,
No,
I'm
not gone red.
in this.
No, well, you sort of fucking involved me now, haven't you? But what I'm saying is, like, if I didn't do all this,
Yeah, of course.
I never would have met the people that I have now. And I find that, like, even Taylor sort of mentioned it, like,
Even with LMS, is the same thing.
yeah, well, that's the thing. That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, Taylor says, I have my cricket mates and I have my podcast mates. And, like, and Langham sort of mentioned it too when him and Major went up to the podcast Royale, and, like, Chloe and Beck, like, they're partners.
Yeah.
They didn't have a clue on what this whole podcast world is. And then when they, fought this year at the Royale, their eyes were just open to this new world that we're a part of.
Yeah.
And then when we went down to
Sydney.
and we had dinner with all of them, like, Taylor was just gobsmacked because, she didn't know what she was walking into.
Yeah.
And a little bit of me didn't know what I was walking into because I never met these guys. Like, I met
Loveliest bloke.
two piss cans. I met the Rawsos, Justin, fucking, I think I met Sexy Dan as well. But, like, just all these people who I'd never met.
Yeah.
Taylor had never met.
Yeah.
But, like, even though I sort of had some clue on who they were, Taylor's eyes were open up to, and then just even going to Jimmy's comedy hour.
Yeah.
Like, she met Jesse for the first time. She met Jimmy for the first time. She met the Honestly Honest boys, Timmy and Rocco from Overworked and Underfucked. Like, all these, podcasters are just supporting everyone else. And it just goes back to what I say at the start, everyone just wants everyone to win. And at the end of the day, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, rising tide lifts all ships.
Yeah.
So I think she's sort of starting to come around as to what I'm sort of getting myself into. And she's like,
she's slowly getting on the bandwagon.
Yeah, kind of. And like, I've tried to, dabble in a couple of things, like throughout my life with being with her that haven't worked out, but she can see that this is sort of starting to take off sort of thing.
It's got traction for sure.
So like I was saying to you earlier before we started that episode that I had with, Mattson from Cool Dad Collective.
Yeah.
That reel,
socials.
the reel that I put up has just blown up, and I've like, my phone was blowing up all last night and this morning just from
how good
comments, likes, follows, and I'm like, fuck, I've never had a video, blow up like this. And I was showing Taylor it last night, and she's like, has this ever happened? I said, no.
It's pretty cool.
Didn't know how to react to it. And it's like, fuck. But it's, like I said, it's just one of those things where she can see the direction that I want to go in, and she's pushing me more towards it, even though sometimes she does get pissed off because, again, it just comes down to what my priorities are.
Yeah, of course.
But I think she can see the end goal that I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah. You'll get there.
Yeah. 100%.
I have every belief you will.
I think we all will.
Oh, if I don't give up.
So, mate, we'll be there to put you in check.
So I was going to ask, you've already answered, but how do you get there? So it's just continuous repetition.
Consistency, repetition. I think we're sort of all we're all on the same page about being consistent, putting out an episode a week.
Yeah.
And I think, like, even with Jesse, him putting out a video a week about where he's at with the watches, what he's doing. He's created that park and community where he uploads the pictures of the watches that he's made, and people are like, commenting on it.
I'd like to start one of those pages, but I just don't feel like I have enough following yet.
Yeah. And again, it's like the same with the vlogs and the alpha blokes, and again with Brizey with Deadass, right place, right time, right people. Yeah. People are getting behind them, making these communities. People,
definitely.
I've got this problem, it's such and such, and then people just giving advice, like. And then I think with Jesse making that community, like, people are seeing the work that he's doing, and it's phenomenal. It's starting to pay off. Like, he's making these brochures. He's, coming down here just to meet up with a jeweler, just to, expand his horizons of where he wants the business to go. So I think, at the end of the day, it's just how do we all get there? It's just, we just stay consistent. We just keep on pushing it. And if it looks like one of us are falling behind, well, then all of us get behind that person just to keep pushing.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Is it you've released 46, but have you got any in the chamber? So you released 46 with what's his name?
Matson. So I did 47 yesterday.
Okay.
I did 48
the Savo,
and then I'm hoping to get to 50 by obviously the end of the year.
Yeah.
I do have some in the work. I've just got to confirm them.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of in the boat. Do I release any more after 50 for this year, or do I
start again?
Do I bank them up and then just
I'd do that.
Do like a release sort of at the start of the year next year.
But then with that too, people are traveling over Christmas time, so they have podcasts to listen to as well. So much of a muchness.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, it'd just be sort of how people react to it, I guess. So I mean, the goal I set myself, and I remember I made a video at the end of last year, like a Christmas video, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas.
I remember this video.
And I said that my goal was to get to 50 by the end of this year, and I think I'll achieve that goal. So
good.
It's
proud.
Yeah, I definitely am proud. I'm proud of where the podcast is, where it's going, how much it's grown, and the traction it's starting to get. So yeah, just bigger and better things to come, hopefully.
Yeah, nice. Out of those 48 or 47, because you haven't recorded 48 yet.
Yep.
Who's been your favorite? Like, not just person wise, like the favorite story that you've doesn't have to be a story, but who's had like the most amazing story you feel? Obviously everyone has a great amazing. But what's the one that's caught you?
Yeah, so I get asked this question a lot, and it's sort of hard to answer because everyone doesn't have the same story. Everyone's sort of unique. I mean, like in the general sense of terms, I used to say that Barb's episode, Tom Barbary, because obviously he's like a well-known figure in this podcast community. So to hear what makes him tick and how, where he sort of came from to where he is now, like with the Reggies and, calling into the Alpha Blokes and the Flogs, it was really good to hear his story.
Yeah.
But I think if we're talking lately, like my episode with Beck.
Yeah, okay. I haven't listened to that yet.
So Beck was she's like a recovering alcoholic. Okay. She battled alcoholism for 20 years.
Wow.
Had 2 cases of bulimia.
Oh, wow.
She was born in Scotland. Like, I won't spoil it too much for anyone that wants to listen, but born in Scotland, moved to the US, moved back to the UK, and now is settling down in Australia. So I'm actually really, really, like, me and Taylor were really good friends with Beck.
Okay.
I sort of knew a little bit of her story, and then Taylor just asked the question, would you go on his podcast? And fuck, it really took off. Like, obviously she shared a lot of it too, and like she has friends over in the UK, over in
they weren't aware, obviously.
Yeah, they weren't aware. Like, a lot of people commented on it saying, "Oh, we didn't know." Yeah. So like,
she slabbed a party, obviously.
Oh, mate. She definitely.
Look where she was living, and that's probably one of the factors.
Yeah, well, that too, but there's also other circumstances that she went through in her life.
Okay.
That she does explain on the podcast. So like, with my analytics, my top 10 episodes had never really changed, and then I did her episode, and she went to, I think she's now 4th.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's real cool.
Yeah.
Where are we? We're down here. This is a cool question, and I haven't asked this. I didn't ask this to Jimmy. Actually, I did ask it to Jimmy Misson. If you had 3 dream podcast guests, who would they be and why? Oh, you already said one before, but he passed away. Andrew Simons.
Oh, yep, Andrew Simons.
I feel like he'd be one of them. Is that correct? Or,
yeah, definitely.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. So Andrew Simons, Heath Ledger.
Oh, okay, 2 people that have passed away.
Have him and Travis Fimmel, who played Ragnar in Vikings.
No idea who that is.
Have you know the Traveller beer?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I reckon
his mates with that Matty, from Explore
Life. Yeah. So, I'd just love to get his story because he just seems like your typical outback Aussie.
Yeah.
Who you'd never see in the big time of movies and television.
Yeah.
And then he became a part of one of the biggest TV shows ever to be made.
Yeah.
Like, even though he was only in 4 or 5 seasons,
Yeah.
but
Made a shitload of money out of that,
made a
obviously.
shitload of money. The character that he portrayed, I can't see anyone else as that character.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Nice.
if that's one show, if you're ever fucking traveling or you just, like, you and Amy just get
Yeah.
time to sit down,
Vikings, is it?
indulge yourself in Vikings,
Okay.
because the story that's behind it, and it comes back to us telling stories.
Yeah.
The story that he was able to portray as this fucking Viking that wanted to take over England, that wanted to
Okay.
go and invade France and take over Paris and France, like, just fuck yeah, it's just and just for him to be, this Aussie larrikin that's just made his own beer, and, like, obviously he did this after Vikings, but
Yeah.
like, he even has that Viking accent.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
who wants to be king? And, like, it's just fucking. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to connect to Bluetooth.
Oh yeah,
I think it's through here. Yeah.
yeah. There you go. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I'd love to get his story on.
Okay.
And yeah, Heath Ledger and Andrew Simons, like, unfortunately, like, Andrew Simons has been on Howie Games, so his story will always be there. But yeah, like, Heath Ledger, like, on the way back from the UK on our flight, obviously, you get to watch movies and stuff. So I watched The Dark Knight, and
amazing movie.
fuck, it just reminds me of how good of an actor he was.
He was phenomenal.
Like, he's been in, like, a lot of other movies, like,
Nothing like that though. Hey.
The Patriot, he was in that with Mel Gibson. Jimmy Misson's favorite movie, Brokeback Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he casted. He was in that, wasn't he? As an extra?
He was the fluffer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
But yeah, just some great movies. Knight's Tale. I frothed that movie growing up.
What's the one that he was young and he was on the beach? It was like a beach movie. I can't remember what it was called. Not Castaway, but
No, that's Tom Hanks, isn't it? Yeah, that's way off.
But
No,
anyway.
I can't remember. But yeah, I think those three would be who I'd want to get on.
Yeah, they're
Obviously,
amazing.
Amazing
ones.
Travis Fimmel, if I had my choice, he'd be my 100th episode.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe something to work towards.
Yeah, nice.
See how we go.
You're stuck on a deserted island.
Yep.
What 3 things are you bringing?
Okay.
You've listened to me ask this question a million times.
So something to hunt or fish with. Maybe a flint, I guess, to start a fire.
Yeah.
And probably a Mia Malkova pocket pussy. No, I'm totally joking. Probably those two, and
I'd do that, to be fair, I reckon.
Gotta satisfy yourself
exactly.
somehow. I think I said it on the 2 piss cans. My hall pass would be Mia Malkova and Angela White.
Okay. Angela White's the
She's the Aussie.
Yeah. I know the one you mean.
Yeah. So probably those two, and a fucking, I don't know, maybe that and a like a esky or a fridge or something.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe.
Something to keep your food safe.
Cold.
Yeah, whatever you need. Any superstitions or rituals / routines that you do?
No, I've heard of people like have like superstitions, like if they do certain things before like footy games or anything like that. I never had any of that. It was just like a lot of people listen to music.
Yep.
I never had anything like that. Like I won't bounce the footy a certain amount of times. I think maybe a ritual I'd have if I was lining up for goal, I could make sure my socks are pulled up.
Yep.
I do like the fucking old, what Matty Lloyd used to do. He used to get the grass and see what the wind's doing or something like that. Like maybe that'll be it, but
no one does that anymore, eh?
No, because
they do, but not much.
A lot of the stadiums they play in now, they're very like windproof sort of thing. So, I mean, other than that, I can't really think of.
No, that's fine.
Can't really think of anything.
If you could swap lives with one person for one day, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh,
it's a hard question, eh?
yeah. I mean, just for the fucking sake of it, just because I said it before, I'd say Angela White just to fucking thrash myself. But fuck no, I don't know. Like, I'd probably say like someone like maybe like Chris Hemsworth or something.
Okay.
Or Robert Downey Jr. Just as like the fame.
I'd go Chris Hemsworth because he's younger.
Yeah, well, that too. I mean, well, let's just say Chris Hemsworth, but just the fame and success that he's had, you know, from fucking, you know, young Aussie actor who started on Home and Away as Kim Hyde.
Crazy, eh?
All the way to playing fucking Thor and I'd probably say the biggest fucking movie franchise thing of all time.
Yeah. For sure.
Like, and now he's just living the life with a hot wife in Byron Bay and just fucking.
He goes to his kids play soccer at Kingscliff.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And he goes to what is that fucking coffee shop called at Chindera there? The one next to the pub. You know the pub. And
I've never been to Chindera.
Yeah, so he's always there too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So one weekend you should just go down there and could possibly run into him, hit him up.
See how
Crazy Walk podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Drop every Monday.
Can't get any worse. Podcast drop every Tuesday.
I drop Wednesday.
There you go. Jesse drops watches Thursday.
Listeners, as everybody knows, I wear frontrunner on every episode of the Meraki Podcast. Frontrunner is an Australian streetwear label dedicated to crafting the highest quality apparel available in the market. Whether you're chasing PBs, chasing the kids, or just chasing the weekend, Frontrunner has you covered. I've been wearing their stuff on and off the mic, and honestly, it's the kind of fits that make you feel like you've got your life together, even if you don't. Check them out at frontrunnerau.com or follow them on socials at frontrunnerAUS, because if you're going to run your own race, you might as well do it looking good. Let's go. Your life has a theme song. What would it be?
Ooh.
Here we go.
Theme song. I couldn't even think of anything, to be honest.
Well, you have to.
Like if
What's the first song that come to your head? Or nothing?
Nothing really. Like, I guess when you say like theme song, like could it be like
it can be whatever you want it to be.
No, I was just gonna say, could it be like a song I'd walk out to of like a boxing fight or something like that?
Speaking of boxing fight.
Yeah. Well, it'd be like a fucking what's that song by fucking it's CM Punk's theme song, his new one.
CM Punk theme song?
Yeah, Living Colour or something.
This one?
Look in my eyes, what do you say? Cult of Personality. Look up Cult of Personality. Yeah, this one.
Why is that not going through the
I don't know.
Bluetooth?
No idea. You're in control of this.
I am.
Just put it up to the mic.
Because we're not connected. Oh, yes, we are.
Play it again.
Play.
That everybody here can easily understand.
And it's just this song that just gets everyone so pumped up, and it just gets me pumped up.
Okay.
And just like when you see him walk out and people just going fucking berserk, and it's just like, fuck yeah, that's
That's cool. That'd be cool to see you at undisclosed boxing event. Walk out to
I
that.
mean, look, I think every podcast is sort of in the same boat. You know, if they do put applications out, I'll definitely be putting my name forward, but I'm not gonna, hold my breath for it. Obviously,
I filled out an application last year.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't get through, but
Yeah.
is what it is. I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway because I had a camping trip.
I'm sure you would have made it.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have made it. Yeah, definitely.
It's been phenomenal both times too. So it's
Have not been both times.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What am I looking for here? Notes. You're a huge sports fanatic. You love your sport.
Yep.
Cricket mostly.
Yep.
I live and breathe cricket. What's the best sporting event you've ever been to?
It would be day one of the Ashes in 2021. Mitch Stark bowling to Rory Burns and bowling him around his legs, taking out leg stump. Crowd going fucking berserk. It was the first ball of the first test on day one for the 2021 Ashes. At the Gabba. I was going to film it and didn't get my phone out in time, and I was fucking spewing. But it was one of the best fucking crowd eruptions that I've ever been a part of, and to watch it live,
it's even better.
Fucking, it will live with me forever.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And to add to that question, what's one event you dream of going to?
WrestleMania or Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, right. That was quick.
Yeah.
That was very quick.
If it was, it'd be any Super Bowl would be great if it was one with the Patriots, New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Be fucking.
I'm a Patriots fan too.
Yeah, I'd be fucking. Life would be set, and then just a WrestleMania just for the nostalgia of growing up and watching people like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, John Cena, Undertaker, fucking CM Punk, Hardy's, like just all these guys that just were part of like the main event status of wrestling, and just seeing what it is now, it's obviously so different to what I sort of grew up watching, because I didn't watch the Attitude Era. It was like the fucking era just after the Ruthless Aggression era, I guess you could say. But yeah, that would definitely be either one of those two.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
more so the Super Bowl for me, but yeah, that'd be both amazing. What's one question you think I should ask on the Meraki podcast that I don't ask?
One question. I don't know. I think you've pretty much covered everything. Because I sort of think we sort of ask the same.
We do, yeah.
The same like-minded questions.
Yeah. I've started chucking in some like funny stuff, like the kind of questions I've asked now, just to try and break it up a little bit for the person as well. I don't know if I should throw. I think throwing them in towards the end's good, because it makes the person relax a bit more, and then
100%.
They know it's nearly finished.
Yeah, let me get back to you on that one.
Yeah, easy as,
because I'm sure there'd definitely be one. But I think what you've asked, from what you've asked me, it's pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, nice. What's the road you're walking right now?
The road that I'm walking right now,
speed limit 150.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely not running the fucker, that's for sure. Just a road of, determination, consistency.
Nice.
Trying to be better than I was the day before.
Love that.
I've said it earlier in the podcast. Be a good dad, be a good partner. Just the road that makes life better, I guess.
It's a new sealed road, brand new. It's got no imperfections. It's ready for you to
potholes
to walk on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
that'll probably be it.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Any questions for me? Other than the one from Jimmy.
Actually, coming back to what you asked me just then about what question you should ask people.
Yeah.
Ask people something that they don't know about them.
Something. So ask them. So, for example, I ask you, is that what?
Yeah,
something that I don't know?
Something that people don't know about me.
Okay.
Like a guilty pleasure or a guilty obsession.
Yeah. What is your guilty pleasure? Mine's Let's Get Loud, J-Lo.
Is that the Let's Get Loud? Yeah, okay.
Remember when she sung it at the Soccer World? You're probably too young.
Yeah,
Soccer World Cup.
What year is this?
In Brazil or something? Fuck, I don't know. Like 1999 or something.
I was 4 years old. 4 years old.
Fuck, let me find it.
Yeah. Something that people don't know about me.
There you go.
Oh, look, it's probably a bit weird,
You have
but
a 12-inch penis.
well,
other than that, now everyone knows that.
That's not weird though.
It's just normal.
sometimes if I get in a bit of a funk or if I run out of podcasts to listen to, if I don't want to listen to music, I'll jump on YouTube or I'll jump on Spotify. Like YouTube, I'll watch, or I don't watch because like if I'm driving or on the motor track, like I'll just listen to like movie trailers.
Okay. Nice.
Movie trailers. Like I've been a fiend for fucking the Avengers Infinity War trailer. Like just gets you so. To me, it just gets me so pumped. Like just the music and the fucking
right.
and the
I like that.
like because you know what the movie is, but like there's a lot of movies where like they have the trailer and it's such a good trailer, makes the movie look fucking epic.
Yeah.
And then the movie just a complete flop.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah. Or like there's if I go on Spotify, I'll listen to like wrestlers theme music or I'll listen to like movie theme music. So like Lord of the Rings, for me. So I listen to like a lot of like theme music, like the orchestra music. So it's just, that's probably something that I don't really talk about. Okay. I guess, or I let people know. Like it's just, if I get in a funk, it's just something that just takes me back, or it just, I don't know. It probably sounds weird, but
that's cool.
Just something different, I guess.
I will ask that.
Yeah.
This is when she was playing at the, got some YouTube
fucking
ads.
Get YouTube Premium, you tin ass. You tight
not me,
ass.
mate. Can't afford it. Piss off ads. They're trying to sell us a scholarship into psychics. Skip. Check her out, bro.
Fucking hell.
Imagine me as a young fucking, what year was that? 16 years ago.
2008? No.
16, so 2009.
2009. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was 14.
Yeah, well, I was a lot older.
Fair.
But very. I have two voice questions, and I'm quickly going to check my story to see if there's anything else on here. No, there isn't. But
have you sorted out your Bluetooth yet, or what?
I'm just going to do it straight through here.
All right.
Oh, hey boys, this is Felice Carvosso. Just calling in to say hello to my brother Ty. Hey, when is our podcast dropping, brother? I gotta tell my friends and I'll tag. And hello to you too, Matty. Cheer, bro. Anyway, Ty, legend. See you, bro.
Thanks, Felice. Appreciate it, mate. I'll get my people in contact with your people and we'll set up a time to sit down and record, mate. Fucking hell. What a legend. Shout out, Felice.
Coward. And then another bloke sent something through too, but I've just got to find it. He said, I'll send it as a text, so let's hopefully this works.
Boys, what's happening? Jimmy Misson here, the fourth most successful podcaster in the Park and Poofters podcast chat. And Jesse doesn't even have a podcast.
Jesse doesn't have a podcast.
I don't know how that works, but it just fucking does, all right? Anyway, Matty has asked me to send in a question for you, Ty. And look, as far as I know, this podcast has been locked in for a couple of weeks now. Matty could have asked me within any time frame of that, but he's asked me to send this in 1 hour before he's fucking hit record. And Ty, my retaining wall is finally getting done. Now you're a bit of a better mate than Matty. You know how much of a saga this has been. You know what I mean? This has been 2 years in the fucking process. It's finally happening. And Matty has been on my case all morning. Phone calls, messages. Send your voice note in for Ty. Mate. I'm up to me fucking neck in dirt. But, I mean, if Matty could outsource questions and shit to Ryan as well, he'd probably do that. At this point, Ryan, just come sit in the Meraki Podcast studio and just do the podcast for Matty. My Lord. All right, now that I've had that rant,
I was going to say, is there a question
I
here?
don't really have a fucking question for you.
Oh, there you go.
We talk every day. I probably know too much about you, to be honest, but what I'm looking forward to most about this episode is just hearing a bit more of your story. I'm sure there'll be a couple little gems in there that I go, oh, fuck, I didn't know that about the bloke. But,
Oh, yeah, you will.
yeah, I guess if anything, I'll just give you a fucking shout out. Not only anyone that is in our little group chat or our circle knows that you're a top bloke, but as yourself, I consume probably too many hours of podcasting a week, and especially within the last 6 months or so, I've noticed the name Ty Avery and the Rosewood Walk podcast flying around left, right, and centre from all corners of the podcasting world. So you're doing something right, legend. And don't fucking forget me when you get to the top, all right? I will always be your third guest and your first in-person guest. But keep killing it, brother. And Matty, fuck you.
Jimmy Misson, thanks, mate. Appreciate your kind words.
How good.
Yeah, you're definitely going to find out some things that you probably don't know, but...
You'll know now.
You'll know now.
Your own voice.
If he's watching the YouTube clip, he'll see that, like, as soon as he started talking, my fucking foot started kicking in. What do you call it?
Twitching,
yeah. Fucking just, ugh.
Anyone that watches...
Can't get any worse. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Make sure you go watch the YouTube clips and see how much his fucking foot twitches.
No, well, he doesn't do them anymore. He does the close-ups of just his fucking...
Oh, okay, yeah.
You clearly don't watch it on YouTube.
I don't know. I don't watch and drive.
He does them like from his tits, his man tits, as he likes to call them.
No, he calls them his big, fat, juicy tits.
Yeah.
Man tits.
Yeah.
Or one of the two.
Juicy tits or something.
Yeah.
And, so he just does it from there up now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know how he does it, by himself. He's phenomenal.
Mate, I've done the whole, like, the updates on the road, so I've done 2 of them where there's just 2 by myself.
Yeah.
And fucking that's even hard just getting them out.
It is. Before we get to guest questions, the 5 questions that everyone gets that you've heard a million times.
Sorry, do you want to hear Jimmy's question for you?
No.
No, okay. Sorry, Jimmy.
I know exactly what it is.
It's not my show. Matty's got the reins. Sorry, mate.
Jimmy's question is, did he do a voice one or not?
No, he just sent it as a reply to the story.
His question would be, and I will be asking Ty this question, but have you ever sent a nude to the wrong person? He wants the answer of who have I sent my nude to. I will never say it on fucking...
Okay, well, let's dance around it. Don't say who it was, but can you tell us the backstory behind it?
Not really, because it wrecks the whole story.
Fuck.
I'll tell you off air straight away.
All right.
As soon as I press stop, I'll tell you.
Okay.
And you just promise me you can't say it on your podcast, which it won't really work anyway.
No, it won't. It won't be as good.
But he's had ample opportunity to ask me. Like, he actually doesn't even know.
So I'm going to find out before him.
Yeah, he doesn't actually know, which is weird. Like, he could ask me any day.
Should he know, though?
I think if he...
Like, did enough investigating?
Yeah, well, if he just thought about it, and some of the worst people you could send a nude to, then you'd probably be able to figure it out.
So we're narrowing it down.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say it
Yeah,
anymore.
copy.
First, do you have any questions for me, firstly, before we go into those?
What's the go of the studio, mate? What are you doing? Are you going to move to a bigger location or... Because that's starting to build up with the jerseys there.
There's no room there.
No room there.
Joshy Curran's coming this week and bringing a jersey for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Ezra asked today if I wanted a signed jersey, but he wanted a discount off his tattoo. I said that's got nothing to do with me, buddy. But I've already got one of his jerseys anyway, so
yeah, copy.
I don't really need another one. But it'd be nice, but I'm not going to take another one just so Amy...
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years? In here full-time easily before then, hopefully by March.
Is that doing tattooing or...
Tattooing, podcasting and Tat Chat.
How's the tattooing going?
Yeah. Next question.
Okay.
So my license, I've just literally got to go get a JP to sign all my stuff.
Yep.
Then send it away. And then they do all their shit and then get your license back and then I can tattoo. So that's all I've got to do now.
Yep.
By March, I hope to be in here full time. That's my goal. by March. So I've only got 4 months left.
Yep.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. The first question is, do you have a party trick?
Do I have a... No, I'm just seeing if anyone replied to me. I just got a thing saying, where can I watch you get bashed? You'll get a credit for that. Shout out, Stu.
If he comes down to Fight Club Burley where Jimmy Misson got towed up, he can get bashed there if you want to.
I'll bash Jimmy.
I'd like to see that.
I've never actually stepped in the boxing ring, so I wouldn't know how I'll go.
Come down. I won't promise I won't do what I did to Jimmy. I was more worried about him, hey?
Yeah, where?
Just because he's so big, man.
Yeah.
He clocked me twice. I didn't put them in. I put one in.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, he got me good.
Yeah.
But then I was like, fuck you. And it was in the first round.
Are you all right, mate? Clock. Party trick. No, don't. Yeah, I know you can do that.
Yeah, that's all I can do. I used to be able to scull like pints very quickly.
Yeah, okay.
But not like the cunts you see on social media that do them real quick.
Yep.
But yeah, nothing. You got nothing for me.
I'm a very boring person when it comes to party tricks.
I reckon you got something.
Yeah. Let me get back to you on it.
Most famous person in your phone, either via DMs, phone number that you talk to. Could be a guest, could be someone that you're talking to. Someone that you don't have to call them, or don't have to text them. Just you could bullshit to me if you wanted to, but that wouldn't make for a good story.
Like I have his number in my phone. I don't like talk to him on the regular, but it'd be probably Lee Castledine.
Oh yeah,
cricketer.
Yeah.
I think he's on the Outdoor Weekend or something on Channel 7.
Yep.
Outdoor Weekender or something like that.
Episode
30.
Fuck, he's good with this. 32. No, I don't know. I'm guessing.
I was going to say 35, but I think Jesse's 35. 37?
Nah, Tristan. Jesse, 36.
Oh.
Did I say 36? Nah.
No, you said 32.
32. Yeah, nowhere near.
Yeah, probably Lee Castledine.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
I think. I don't know. I don't look through my phone. But
Knuckles?
No.
Don't talk to him?
No.
Brizey? No, Brizey's not that famous. He is, but he's not.
He's famous in the pod. Yeah, well, I do have his number.
Well, you don't even have to have their phone number, even inbox. If you talk to someone famous through inbox, that counts. No. Yeah, right. Fez?
No.
No?
We can't all have connections like you, mate.
Come on, Fez. I think it's just for me just reaching out, and having the shop helps as well.
Yeah, true.
But just
thanks, Amy. Appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate all your hard work that you've done for Matty's connections.
It doesn't help my podcast, trust me.
Nah.
What's one thing you can't live without?
Might just go down the Jamal Fogarty route and just say oxygen.
Yeah,
breathing.
Nice.
Nah, probably my kids.
Yeah.
Nice. I was sort of thinking about it the other day. Like, I think there was something on the news about how these there was these two kids or something or other, and like one was over for a sleepover at a kid's place, and then the house caught on fire. And I think I don't want to say what it actually was, but I don't know if it was both the kids.
Was that just recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
But
it was like a
homicide
or suicide or something like that.
I don't know what it was. I'm not going to say what I think it was because don't want to throw that disrespect to what the situation was. But I think it was two kids and they were like burnt alive or something or other.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Like it was just a mate sleeping over and losing your fucking kids like that. Like I sort of just think about it like I honestly don't know what I'd do if I lost one kid, let alone two.
Yeah.
So I think, my kids.
It's pretty full on. Very sad. Have you ever sent a nude to the wrong person?
I haven't. I've been very close.
Okay. You sent a few nudes though in your time?
Oh, of course. Everyone has. And if anyone that's listening and say, oh, no, I haven't sent a nude, you're bullshitting yourself. Yeah. You're lying to yourself. Be better.
Yeah, exactly. Start sending them.
Exactly.
It's never too late.
I keep seeing the meme where it was like, it's like a text message form and it's like some guy just says, send dudes. And then the next line says, do you mean send nudes? And I'm like, no, send dudes. I'm in a fight. Oh, that's fucking gold.
That is good. Tell me more about this. Very close to sending a nude. To the wrong person.
I've got really fat fingers.
You do have
so
big hands.
on Snapchat, and I've got like a bit of a smallish phone. So this is going back like, it was probably like during my single phase.
Yeah.
Like that 2018 sort of time.
Yeah.
It was Snapchat, and I went to like, and because I type really fast too.
Okay.
So it's like you pick the person, you go to send it.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, no, it was on Snapchat. You double tap to reply,
Okay.
and then it was.
I don't have Snapchat, so I got no
So
idea.
it was like you do that, you take the photo, and then it's already sending to the person that you double tapped on.
Okay.
So I went to press send, and I have missed it.
And hit someone's contact.
No, I've like missed who it was, and it was another person. I'm like,
Oh.
fuck, I'm glad that didn't send.
Fuck. It's like hitting gamble, but hitting and the screen doesn't.
Exactly, like when you go to hit red or black
Yeah,
and it doesn't do it. They actually, those fucking, just to completely change the subject, but like I went to Flagstone Tavern for my niece's birthday party, and I ended up playing the pokies
Just recently,
and I think I sent everyone the video, and I won $800 on the pokies. And then like ever since then, it was just like my algorithm had just been like just pokies videos.
Okay.
And then I went to the Yarrabilba Tavern for my sister's engagement party.
Yeah.
Got on the pokies there, and I think like combined, me and Taylor, we won $1,000 on the pokies.
Fuck off.
After putting like $200 in.
Wow.
Yeah.
How good. That Lucas Can.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's a freak. That
Come
kid.
on, cuz.
I hit him up for a podcast and he just left me nothing. Wasn't good.
Is he Gold Coast
Yeah,
area?
yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, I think he lives in Currumbin or something, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He's the lunatic. Does so
Stupid
well.
money though, but like
Crazy.
I kind of feel like I want to do that bit of content where I was like, I'm going to go to the pokies and I'm going to film it, because every other video I watch, everyone's filming, they always win.
Yeah, as soon as you start filming, you'll start losing because
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
winning now when you're not filming.
100%.
Last one.
Yep.
Favorite pickup line?
I was never really a pickup line person, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard like I don't know why it's this line, but like, was your dad a lumberjack because I got serious wood in my pants? Like, I hear that, I'm like, wouldn't that mean you have wood for the dad?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. But like, I've heard that, but I was never really a pickup line person.
You just yourself.
Just there you go. That's my pickup line. There you go.
Oh,
There you go, doll.
Get over here.
Yeah, really. Have a sit on my lap there,
Do you
love.
fuck on first dates?
You fuck on first dates?
Does your dad own a brewery? You know that song, don't you?
No.
Oh, Kevin Bloody Wilson. He's like, do you fuck on first dates? Does your dad own a brewery? Can I feel your feel your tits?
Oh, okay.
Or can you show them to
I
me?
haven't heard that one. I've heard a lot of his songs, but I haven't heard
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I'll listen to it on the way home.
Pumping it in the fucking.
Now, you can't say cunt in Canada.
Yes, he's the best.
Nigel's a
Fucking
fucking
lame.
legend. Shout out Kevin
Yeah,
Bloody
good.
Wilson.
Oh, get him on the podcast.
Get him on.
Get him on.
Get red on. Get red on. And then we just go straight to Rodney Rood.
Oh, that would be cool. Well, thank you very much. Firstly, I want to say thanks for coming down from your neck of the woods. Yep.
Indrapilli, straight from work.
Straight from work, straight here, straight in the Roads We Walk podcast. T, the CTC, get yourself checked.
And shout out to them, and make sure if you are listening, go and get yourself checked. Simple as a blood test. I went and done it. Thankfully, I wouldn't say I'm healthy as a horse. I've got a couple of things to work on.
Yeah.
Like fitness and weight wise. But other than that, I'm all good.
I'm going next week.
Cool.
So I've got blood in my bowel movements every now and again. I think it's just hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
But that is a sign of bowel cancer, having blood in your stool. So, yeah.
Get yourself checked.
Obviously very oversharing there, but I've put it on some of my reels recently when I was doing that bike ride. And, yeah, it's something I've booked in for next week. So,
Beautiful.
yeah. So, it's just do that, get checked. But, yeah, I want to say thanks not only for coming down today, but for reaching out and messaging me like 18 months ago. Because
Yeah.
if you didn't do that, we wouldn't have what we've got today. And
I think it was like you and Jimmy were having your back and forth on the first potty royale.
okay,
How you're gonna bash each other, and then I think
imagine if that happened.
I think you had just jumped on Jimmy's one,
Yeah, I think so.
and
yeah.
then that's when I reached out to you.
yeah,
So
and then funny you bring that up now. I can actually say that I have bashed him because he reckons he was going to.
Exactly. And you got video evidence.
Yeah. I'm dropping round 3 today.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Keen to watch that.
There's not much going on his behalf.
There never is.
He was fucked. I was just like running at him, just like with my hands up at the end, just saying, fucking swing, like hit me.
Fucking hit him.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Twist his dick. Yo, dick twist. Great video. No, but thank you for having me, mate. I really, really appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
You know, we sort of have the same concept of what we do for podcasts. So like I said earlier, I've been on other podcasts, and, you know, it's sort of just been fun banter, talking shit, but
Yeah.
to sort of, you know, dive deep and down into sort of what I've been through and what I've done in life.
We could have went a lot deeper.
We could have. We could have.
Could have been here for another fucking hour and a half.
Or maybe we just have a part 2.
Yeah, we can do whatever.
Yeah.
I'm keen.
Yeah, might do that. We'll just talk other shit. We can talk a lot of sports.
January. I wanted to do that. I wanted to do a sports podcast with you. Remember we talked about that?
We talked about it, and I think we just never eventuated.
Yeah. Floody was going to do it, and then she pulled out, and then just fucking... Maybe we should do that for the NRL. Plan it.
NRL, cricket.
Yeah.
We can talk about AFL. I can incite you on
Yeah,
that.
you can let me know.
Let them know.
Let's try and make that happen. And if we have to travel to you one week and then me the next week, so one of us isn't traveling all the time.
Yeah, sounds good.
I reckon that'll work.
Beautiful. Well, mate, like I said, I can't thank you enough for inviting me down and being able to come on. It's been good. It's been good to talk about, and I think that's sort of one thing we sort of try and get across, you know, in this day and age, that, you know, just talk about what you're feeling, talk about your feelings, you know, talk about life, checking on a mate. So, yeah, it was really good to have this chat. And
sorry you got a bit emotional.
That's all right. It's all part of life, mate. But at the end of the day, you know, I think we'll forever and always will be mates. You, me,
Correct.
Jimmy, and Jesse. I think we've created that foundation of what we're trying to achieve, and so I think it's always good that we're pushing each other to be better than what we were yesterday.
Definitely.
Awesome. And I wish you and Amy and your family nothing but the best for what's to come in the near future.
Straight back at you, mate.
Beautiful.
And I want to come to your wedding when you propose.
Fucking. You're really going to end the podcast on that. What a dog.
See you later.
See you later.
I love you. Bye-bye.
See ya. No, was it? New episodes drop every Tuesday. No, I've fucking plugged him enough.
I'll get no listens and I'll just go straight to
no, we've plugged him enough. Fuck you, Jimmy Missing.
See you later.
See you later.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
This has been another Pod Perfect production.